Party Nation.
When did he add that little clap in there?
What the hell was that?
I don't know. He's not here, so I can ask him. I have no clue what that was. Welcome everybody. Welcome.
Also, it took me so long because I was checking on my dad.
Oh, is he good? Is everything good?
It's good now.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
What's up, Ronan?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
You popped out of nowhere.
Good.
I'm not even gonna
lie. What's up, Derek? What's up, Derek Hearn? D Hearn. This is like one of the greatest bass players from out in my area.
Nice.
He hopped in my stream. What's up, Dalton? We lost an avocado. What am I missing?
Oh, I know what you're referencing.
Lost an avocado.
Oh,
which don't make no sense because they literally confirmed that back next season.
I think they're doing that storyline from the comics, but we will talk about that. I think they're doing the fake death storyline, but
probably. Yeah. And I mean, they already spoiled it by confirming he coming back. So
yeah. What's up,
what was
Cameron?
the purpose?
Yeah, it was really dumb.
I ain't gonna lie, Ronan. We matching today. We both ain't got no haircut, beard getting out of control. It's been rough. My dad cuts my hair, so since he been sick and stuff. So
I cut hair a little bit.
You're not touching my hair.
It was worth a shot.
I've only trusted two people in my entire life to cut my hair.
And I haven't been one of those people.
I haven't known you my whole life. What do you mean? I just met you like a year ago.
It's like two.
All right, well, 2 years ago.
We go way back. This is an amazing bomb pop.
Yeah, you over there sucking the hell out that thing.
No, I'm not. I'm biting it just so can't nobody clip this. That's why I'm biting it. Okay. I bite ice cream. I don't lick it. I bite it.
Ain't nothing wrong with sucking the ice cream.
What? Did you just say that out loud?
Yeah. Ain't no shame in my game. Listen, I am secure in my sexuality. If somebody take that the wrong way, that's on them.
It's Draven Mayberry.
I wouldn't.
Yo, Draven.
I wouldn't do it in public though. I thought of my own home.
It's still weird. Let me tag you in this. And Ronan Unchained.
I don't know why I got this goddamn Scully on. Like it's not 70 degrees outside.
It's 70 out there.
Yeah, here. Like Jesus.
It was
Christ.
70. It was 70 here yesterday, but that went away real quick.
No, it was. When was it? Like over the weekend, it was up to like 50, like 6 here, and then Monday, it was like 60 something, and then today it's like 70.
Okay.
But then tomorrow, it's supposed to go back down to the 50s.
Sound about right.
So stupid.
Has anybody ever seen have you guys watched the new season of Harley Quinn yet?
Nope.
No,
I ain't watched that show since like season 2. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me either. What season was that bad George Lopez episode in?
I can't remember. I got some good news. My nephew's gonna be here Monday.
Hey,
you know,
Uncle Todd.
Are you gonna cry?
Yeah, my nephew. But not only that, but this is the first boy in our family since like for 24 years, bro. My younger brother was the last boy in our family born. It's been all girls since then.
You sound like me because I can't make boys. So
that sounds like a personal problem. I ain't got nothing to tell you.
I thought you would have comforted me in my time of need, but I guess
no,
not.
Because I already know when I had kids, the girls is coming, and I can't fight it. So I just accepted fate.
My wife is in disbelief that the banana she bought on Sunday went bad already. I was in disbelief when I walked in the house.
I almost took that another way.
So Oh, see, I was wondering.
Darren told you to try one more time.
I'll try. I'll try after Darren tries.
Oh, that's gonna be a wait. What?
I'll try after Darren tries to have some boys.
Darren has to adopt. He can't physically have a baby.
Not physically have it.
Oh,
I can see Darren adopting though, like a puppy.
Like a puppy.
we have to remember Darren is like 21 or 22. Like he is really young, and he don't need to worry about no kids right now.
Live life, man. Live life.
Oh, real. Like my 20s felt like I was a goddamn daddy because my parents decided to get divorced at that time, so I had to pretty much become a damn adult so goddamn fast. Then by the time I got some freedom in my mid to late 20s, we got COVID. So, like,
are you endorsing Yahoo?
no, I just like the chocolate milk.
Oh, out of a juice box. Oh, we have another special guest. It's Draven in the.
Darren said, "Fuck them kids."
Draven's World.
Yo, what's up, shitheads?
Draven? What's up? Wait, why did I respond to that?
You really did, you buffoon.
I'm making waffles.
I want some waffles.
Yeah, you ain't getting shit, boy.
Oh,
You was
that's
just putting a
fair.
popsicle in your mouth. You don't deserve nothing else.
Popsicles are good, but anywho,
They are good.
welcome
I'm
to
saying that.
Party Nation, where it's a party all the time, and
Where's the other guy at?
busy day, which actually involves busy, honestly. Busy gives him a lot of work.
Wait, what?
I'm so confused.
Wait.
Busy, he does Busy's editing.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
Are you fucking me? Oh my fucking god!
No, we're not gonna fuck you. No.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah,
odd
don't do
way
that.
to phrase. That's an odd way to phrase.
Oh my fucking god! I wish I had a fucking editor. Holy shit!
you ain't lying.
He does my Henry Danger edits too, and hey, it works. I have not got flagged once.
I gotta edit all my shit, bro, and I have a kid. Shit's rough, bro.
Shit is rough.
Hey, he does good. He's good with editing and making sure you don't get copywritten. I have not got a copyright once.
Me either.
Paramount nor Nickelodeon has hit me. So
The fuck was that?
I have no idea.
Josh watched one of his Cobra Kai video.
That shit was loud, bro.
I clicked on the reel and the sound was on, so that's why I hurry up and clicked off.
About to make some homemade whipped cream too.
That sounds.
No.
You already know how I'm about to make it too.
What is wrong with him today? Okay, so stream starting off X-rated.
Sorry, I'm a
I was
naughty
about to
boy.
say you ain't making no money from this video, but are you even partnered
Wait, let
again yet?
me see how close I am to being remonetized.
Oh no!
Oh, bro,
Wait, I'm almost there. I'm at 2,898 public watch hours and only need 3,000. I'm super close.
there you go.
Like I'm this close to getting it back.
How did you get unmonetized?
How did you lose it?
Penguin.
You lost it from a show?
Yes, I lost it to the trailers, the trailer
Ow.
reactions. They
Bro,
kept getting flagged.
I reacted to the same shit, bro, and I didn't get mine taken away.
It was Penguin. It was literally just the Penguin.
You just did the trailers, or
just the trailers.
That doesn't sound right, bro. I don't know.
That's the only thing that was. They said it was
be hitting people for like their trailers, but like it usually never like affects anybody. Like you'll get like a copyright claim.
Yeah, you'll get a claim, but you won't get taken. Like
like I don't understand how the hell that happened.
They took it for that, and they kept saying like they said reuse content, and that was the only thing on my page that had flags on it. Yeah,
because of your music stuff.
Those have been taken down though.
Well, I don't know then. Yeah.
Like I had went through and like 3Up had like purged all of those videos.
I'm about to say, because I don't know, WB, they might be tripping, but I done I don't know how many
Like
Warner
those are the only
Brothers
legit videos
Discovery
that had
shows.
like yeah.
I done so many WB joints and I never get hit unless it was for like music, which they don't have control.
I get claimed, I don't get taken down.
Yeah, like I ain't never get nothing like that. Yeah.
It was just random that they said like they're taking my monetization for the time being. But then I started seeing like a lot of people on threads and they were saying like their monetization had gotten taken for less. Like somebody just like they said they didn't post for like 2 weeks. And YouTube came in and like said, yeah, there's no activity, so you don't need your monetization. And I was like, excuse me?
Hell no. Because Corey Kenshin was gone for like a month and came back and was fine.
Yeah, so it's weird. But since I've been more active, more people been coming to the channel. It's like these watch hours are getting up. Like I used to be trying to cheat.
I felt like a proud daddy.
I was trying to cheat and like run my live streams on like my other 2 YouTube pages just to get a watch hour, but that was not working. I mean, they took Darren's away a long time ago. That's how I discovered Darren, because I was sending him super chats. I was just sending him money to send him money. And then he flagged me one day because I sent him money in a special request.
Did you ask him to twerk?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, I blocked you too.
You're making Belgian waffles?
Yeah.
So
best waffles.
So first up on the topic docket is why does CBS hate us?
The fuck is CBS? No, I'm just kidding.
Talking about, Lance?
They keep canceling my shows, bro.
Bro, they hate you, bro.
I'm about to say they ain't canceled none of my shows. I don't watch.
I'm
CBS.
good.
Bro, they canceled SWAT again. And then I find out
it's up.
Then I find out that yesterday they renewed The Neighborhood for like the 8th and final season, but you haven't greenlit the spinoff yet. Why don't you wait? It's Cedric the Entertainer's like sitcom. It's freaking hilarious.
The one with him and Pam from Martin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what that is. I don't watch it, but I know what it is.
And it's like CBS is basically acting like their other company, the CW. Their excuse for canceling everything is the fact that they want to make room on the network for other shows, but it's like,
yo, Lance, do you pay for television?
No.
Okay.
Not no more. I just got internet. I got tired of Comcast, you know.
You just got internet?
No, I mean I only have internet.
Okay. I was gonna say
I use streaming services for everything. Like
bro's using a hotspot.
No, but hey, low-key
didn't you have to use a hotspot one time? Not on here, but when you used to go on Eric's channel.
Sometimes, yeah, because remember in my apartment that the whole room where I was at was like a big dead zone, and it used to like freeze up all the streams.
Their backgrounds were so terrible when you used to come on the after party. I used to be like, bro, what is going on with this man's thing? This man had clothes all in the background and stuff. I was like, God damn.
Oh, but we have upgraded. I've gotten a lot of compliments on this because I posted my first like actual like drum video in my new setup. So everybody was like, it's dope. Everybody says, yeah, we can tell it's your studio because it's a whole bunch of nerd stuff.
I keep getting asked for shoes.
I mean, to be fair, we've asked you for shoes as well.
Don't none of y'all wear my size for one.
We do.
And for two, no, you don't. What size you wear?
12.
I'll wear 12. I wear 11. Thank you. Nice for trying.
I refuse to believe your feet is smaller than mine.
Yeah, I wear 11 and a half. Some shoes are a 12, but that's because of the cut of the shoe.
The cut of the shoe, huh? Mm.
Yes, different materials. The shoe cut is different. So
I've
it might say
never,
a
I've
12.
never heard of that.
That's because I'm a shoe head. I don't know what I was supposed to say. Listen,
But
don't judge me. I ain't bought shoes in a while. It's been I lied. I just got a pair of shoes like a month ago. But that's not the point. That was for my birthday. That I get a pass.
Shit. Sorry, I just closed this fucking.
Darren, what am I lying about? I have physical evidence that I sent you that. Like,
Darren, what size shoe you wear? I'm gonna guess.
10.
I'm gonna say.
He wears a 10.
I'm gonna say 7. Cause he's short. Usually, short people got smaller feet. So I'm going based off of height.
He's not that short.
How tall
y'all,
is Darren?
y'all don't know this, but Darren is like 6 feet.
No, he's not.
Darren is not 6 feet, bro.
No, he is
Yeah,
not, bro.
Darren is 6 feet.
Bro.
Bro, Darren is 6 feet.
I'm 6 feet, bro. Darren's not 6 feet.
Darren just looks short, but he's not short. Like, I've seen Darren in
is short.
person.
Darren is short.
I've seen Darren in person. Like, he's not short.
It's nothing wrong with being short.
Let me see if this is gonna act right today, because you know StreamYard has been on like a whole bunch of BS.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's working! Thank God.
I was so confused.
So no, StreamYard.
You wear a
started-
size 12 and you're 5'8". I was all the way wrong. I mean, you're still short, but ain't nothing wrong with being short, Darren. I'm just above the average height of humans. You feel me? I can't help that.
Chainsaw coming in with the puns. But other than CBS being a utter joke of a company now because they decided to let
What's with you at CBS, bro?
bro stop
Right,
canceling good shows. You don't. They cancel CSI. Why? Oh, they wanted to make room on
Man,
the
fuck
schedule.
CSI.
Like you cancel So Help Me Todd after you gave it an early renewal because you want to make room on the schedule. It's dumb.
I ain't gonna lie, Darren. You are right. I am just tall. I can't help that. I mean,
Ronan, why are you
6'3",
muted?
6'4". Because he
Whatever.
waiting to make his entrance.
Why are you muted?
No, because there've been like noises going around. I don't want you guys hearing all the noises outside from my neighbors.
I like hearing the noise.
Draven is over here cooking. We won't.
Bro, I'm cooking fucking waffles, bro. Flipping it up.
He ready too. But so this is hilarious. Instead of scaling it back, just release the movie on Disney Plus, bro.
Boy.
like honestly, like just release this on Disney Plus.
Wait, time out. What controversies do Rachel Zegler have? Like, she's cool. I understand Gal Gadot. I know she said some stuff.
Y'all hating too much on that movie, bro.
Rachel Zegler likes to apparently she likes to run her mouth. I guess I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, but at this point, y'all are making this like back in COVID. Like the only people coming to the this isn't even a premiere anymore. It's just a viewing. Oh, that's a nice little chorus.
I don't even give a goddamn about no Gal Gadot, bro. But they gonna leave Rachel Zegler alone, bro. That's Bay right there. They better chill out. I'm gonna cause a riot in Hollywood.
It is funny though that
They don't know
the
me.
movie is called like Snow White, but the girl ain't white.
Bro, oh my God, you're
Man,
weird.
we don't have to do that, bro. Like,
I'm just saying.
we
I'm just saying that
are
joke
not in
is
the
all
40s no more.
that joke has always been funny. Like, and then they say like, oh,
It's not
the
funny.
the evil queen's supposed to be jealous of her. I'm like, Rachel Zegler's not ugly, so like,
That girl is fine, man. I don't know, man. Tripping.
but it's like scaled back plans come up. Mark Webb directed this. Oh God,
Man, let me tell you something. Rachel
the
Zegler
last
would give
film
me a
he
shot,
directed
bro.
was not good.
I'm shooting that shot from half court. I'm telling you.
I didn't know Mark Webb
shit.
was directing this.
Who the hell is that?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's where I know I'm from. Yeah.
Well, that's probably why I ain't never heard of him, because it's Amazing Spider-Man 2. I
mean,
actually don't mind that movie. It wasn't good, but it has some good stuff in it. But that movie was bad as a whole.
I feel like this is punishing Rachel Zegler though.
Listen, she got other stuff, so it ain't like she need this.
What did Gal do?
Gal Gadot, on the other hand, she probably need this because ain't nobody else hiring her right now.
But what did Gal do?
She said something controversial. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I know about her saying something. I can't remember.
I mean, I'm not seeing this when it comes out because like me and my wife we're doing a late getaway just to be away from the
Oh, that's
kids
cute.
for a couple days or whatever. Shameless plug. So we're gonna see Novocaine the weekend that this comes out.
I want to see that.
And we're gonna probably see this probably that sun. It depends on if my kids want to see it. If not, I'll probably just wait.
Wait, you
This
said you're
film
going
is
to see
gonna
Cocaine?
Novocaine.
Oh,
If I want to see Cocaine, I'll just hit up my brother. Like,
that is crazy.
Oh. But like, what do you guys think this is gonna bomb?
I
Yes.
just think that because obviously whatever people say gets posted on Twitter. And
Unfortunately,
YouTube
it's
and-
gonna bomb.
They
Yeah,
said that
it's
they're not letting
unfortunate.
like press, like it's only people that have like worked on the film or like worked through Disney. They're not letting nobody else in.
Sounds
I
about
don't
right.
know. We'll see.
So,
I'm
like,
hoping it's good because I like
no
Rachel Zegler. but-
TikTokers, no weirdos.
No, I'm saying like anything she said like controversial, like because I think she said she didn't like the way that Snow White was like a damsel or something like that, which no one wants to play those type of characters anymore. Like, do something different with it. It's okay, like it's not wrong with it, but I don't know. People just gonna complain because they're gonna complain.
The hate's crazy.
Yeah,
The hate is crazy. Like they're not inviting media outlets. Coverage is limited to photographers and the Disney crew.
It is
The
what it is.
last part, photographers and Disney was just like, oh, we're keeping it very, very much in house. It's like, but you would think they would be confident, be like, no, let's showcase it to the world and be like, we have something new to do or not, unless we're doing the same thing that the film did to an
They're
extent.
Apparently,
True.
she said that like what Taj just said. Apparently, Rachel said she doesn't like the way Snow White was originally portrayed.
Yeah, what I
Yeah,
heard is that
that's
she
good.
downplayed the original one, and that people who dug that film and whatnot. Which, listen, she can voice her opinion. That's fine. I'm kind of indifferent to it, where I'm just like, I didn't really grow up with that movie, and like, okay, there's no, and the fact that she would like speak consistently, go on and speak out about stuff. It was like, well, if you choose to speak about it, don't be afraid to take some of not all of it, some back of the criticism. Like, well, I don't know. The reason why you're doing this was because that Snow White original existed.
Yep.
Well,
And
I get
so-
what you mean though, because think about
Yeah.
all those movies: Snow White, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty. What else? Like all those princess movies are pretty much the same. They're all damsels. They gotta get kissed or woke up or some bullshit.
They gotta get fucked.
Yeah, I guess that too. But but yeah, like it's so whack. Like I get what she mean. I don't take it that seriously because the only people who are mad at this because Snow White came out in like the fucking
Before we were
20s,
alive.
40s.
right, like the 40s or some shit like that. The only people who are mad about it is angry old white people. Like ain't nobody mad about it except them.
Isn't
And
Snow
to
White
be
the first
frank-
ever Disney movie, like ever?
I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe so.
Seems like
Not
it.
Cinderella.
So
But it's weird because people say that, and it's all like, yeah, maybe they were damsels in distress, but nobody barely remembers the prince of those movies. Everybody remembers the princesses because they were the stars and whatnot. Like
yeah, that's true.
they put them out on the parades at Disneyland and Disney World all the time. So it's just like,
They
again,
showed
I
a
wasn't.
picture of the prince. Like they posted a picture of the prince earlier, and people was like, "Oh my god, he's ugly too." I'm like, "What?"
Wait, they were saying
Rachel is not ugly. She's not
Man,
ugly.
They about to who are these people? Show me.
Like, listen, I'm not gonna go see this movie not because oh my gosh, Rachel, what the fuck, or Gal, but like to me, it's like I could see these movies in animation and whatnot. Like I'm not going out of my way to see these live action interpretations of these movies and whatnot. Hopefully,
I'm
if you
gonna see it.
enjoy it, kudos. But I'm like, nah, I've right now so much stuff is being priced up. Like even now I have to choose when and where I go to see movies and whatnot. Like
Yeah, I shut my fucking door again. Sorry.
I'm like,
I just want to know, like, will they promote Lilo and Stitch in front of this movie?
Yes, they already said that. An insider said that it will. Like a trailer will drop this week, probably, or this next week.
I feel
Yeah.
as
I
if
hope
like
so.
I feel as if it's too little, too late. Like we're in the middle of March, literally. Like
When
next
is
week is
Lilo
the
and
middle
Stitch
of
come out?
March. In May.
Oh shit! Never mind. Oh fuck! God damn!
God damn.
Yeah. Like they waited entirely too long. The hate she gets is crazy, especially when she was right. You're right. But I mean, people have hated Rachel for so long, and that girl ain't did nothing to nobody.
They just mad because she was getting cast for everything.
Lord Farquaad because of the haircut she got.
Yeah, her hairstyle do kind of give off Lord Farquaad. I ain't gonna lie.
They pushed Lilo and Stitch out to August. When that happened?
Listen, I'm going to see Lilo and Stitch. I'm gonna take my goddaughter and we gonna sing the song. I forgot how it go, but I'm gonna learn the lyrics between now and then. It's been a while since I watched Lilo and Stitch.
Can you record yourself?
No,
Oh, I thought
not embarrassing myself.
it wouldn't be embarrassing.
Matter of fact,
think
I am gonna record me and her singing it, but it'll be on my personal Instagram.
I have your personal Instagram.
You don't have my personal Instagram.
No, stop.
My
You don't
YouTube Instagram is not my personal Instagram.
You don't trust me with your personal Instagram?
I'm not saying you can't follow me on it. I'm just saying you don't follow me on it.
Oh,
That's all I was saying.
what's your personal Instagram?
I'll let you know.
Oh, sweet. I feel special.
I guess.
I feel seen. But speaking of crazy stuff, have you guys like James Gunn posted several photos yesterday. One was because of Eddie Gategi's birthday, and the other one was because it was the anniversary. The what's up, Phil? It was the anniversary of the Engineers like debut in comics, and the usual suspects were online talking about some. Oh my God, is he ever gonna promote Superman in this movie? And then people talking about some. Wow, he gives all these shout outs for everybody else except for Lois Lane, and I'm like,
Shut it again. Sorry.
did you guys miss when Superman was like the face of an entire trailer, and that Lois was front and center in that entire trailer?
Are you
And
talking
these
shit
are
about my
lesser-known
colleagues?
characters? Yes, probably. Like these are lesser known characters that he's just giving a spot. Talking about, who is this movie for? It's for fans who are smart enough to know that Superman has been the face of this promotional campaign. Like, you want him to? You want him, like what do you want? What do you want him to do? He's not going to post a picture of David Cornsweet in Henry's suit. Like, he's not going to do that at all. Like, people get mad because James posted a picture of the boots.
Oh my God.
I'm
Why
like,
are fans so stupid?
like he's just promoting the movie. Like,
Rance, why are you paying attention to these people in general? You know who they are. So I don't
no,
know
it's
why.
just weird. I'm like, this dude literally said, like, why isn't he promoting Lois? Like,
Hello?
her birthday's gonna come up, and I bet that he's not gonna post anything about Rachel Brosnahan. I said, okay, and she was in the entire trailer. Like, you're acting like she wasn't in the entire trailer. She's literally spinning in a circle, kissing people.
God damn it.
Are you burning your
Yeah.
waffles?
Of course,
No,
he is.
I didn't burn them. Look, they're fucking beautiful.
Oh
No,
yeah,
they're
wait.
not.
Can you give us a money shot of you putting butter on it?
I don't put butter on my waffles.
You're a bad liar.
I swear to God. I swear to God on everything. I don't put butter on my
Excuse me.
You're a
So
bad
when you
liar.
go to a
I swear
restaurant,
on my YouTube channel, I do not put butter on my waffles.
so when you go to Cracker Barrel and they say, "Would you like butter on your waffles?" You say no.
No, I don't say like, okay, all right, bro, you're crazy for that one. I don't go out of my way and tell them not to put, like, if there's butter on it already, then yeah, but like I don't do it at my house.
That's like just dry. Isn't
I
it?
don't even have butter out. Oh, I do have butter out actually.
Told
I
you he was
don't-
lying.
I don't. I swear to God, I don't. I swear to God.
Mhm.
Well, I don't believe in God, but I swear on everything. I swear on your guys' life.
What are our lives?
Ooh.
Phil, what are you eating?
Wiener.
Peanut butter sandwich
Mine.
and a bowl of SpaghettiOs.
That's a.
Bro, I ain't had SpaghettiOs in years.
I wouldn't think to put SpaghettiOs with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I mean, hey.
Listen, man, sometimes you
It's just
gotta eat a
peanut butter.
struggle meal.
I'm saying I might try it. You know, yeah,
I mean,
you never know.
quickest thing I could think of.
Wait,
I had
you're
peanut
eating,
butter.
you're eating SpaghettiOs and peanut butter?
Peanut butter sandwich.
Interesting.
My dad used to do ramen and peanut butter sandwiches.
My friend does chili and peanut butter. It's disgusting.
That's a little much, but yeah. Yeah, the SpaghettiOs were left over for my nephew because he only eats like half a can half the time anyway. And I wanted a sandwich, so I was like, oh, I haven't done this in a while. Yeah, Taj's right. Struggle meals.
Right, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hell no.
So, since Phil is here now, I think I'm just waiting on Jake to get here. Daredevil.
I'm dumb. I was about to be like, who is Jake? And then I thought about it. That's what happened when I was off for the last couple of weeks.
Jake who?
Daredevil. What did you all think? Honest thoughts.
Good. Oh, you want me to be
It's good.
honest? I'm gonna be honest.
That's good.
I thought it was ass. Like, nah. I thought it was good, but I'm like, because I don't want people to think I'm just being negative. I'm hyped that the Netflix is starting to finally be back. Like the Netflix characters are here, but Daredevil already had 3 seasons and 4 technically if you count Defenders, because that was pretty much his show too. So it's like we got a lot of Daredevil, and while I'm hyped, I'm ready for the other guys to pop in. But I think it's good though. Like I don't want to buy it. It's not like this the first Daredevil show. We already had one, so it's like
the CGI on him in the balcony, that still gets me.
You know, but I'm ready for Luke Cage to come back in. Jessica Jones, like I'm Iron Fist. We can recast him.
So funny you mentioned Luke Cage, because the story they're using for what Wilson Fisk is doing when he's up for re-election, I believe when it's up for re-election, Luke Cage is the one who runs against him.
Oh shit!
It's from Devil's
Reign.
Really?
Yeah, Devil's Reign. Yeah.
Luke Cage is the one who ends up running against Wilson Fisk for mayor of New York City.
Because this reports that him and Jessica Jones, like those are the ones that's being talked about the most, like in terms of.
That's fascinating.
I know when Punisher shows up.
Devil's Reign storyline was dope, bro. Like the Devil's Reign storyline was dope. Like seeing Matt's just like it was him and Elektra that were like both Daredevil at the time.
Yes.
Do you think they're going to bring her back?
It's questionable. She wasn't in season 3, and they left her death pretty ambiguous at the end.
That's why I'm asking. Just like,
and the actress is like extremely busy with her show on Fox still.
But she said she would come back though. That's the thing. Like if they asked her, she said she's coming back.
Well, given the amount of CGI they used for this season of Daredevil, it doesn't really shock me that they could squeeze her in a green screen.
Yeah, true. But speaking of that, I told y'all they were going to combine aspects.
You ain't telling me shit.
I don't remember you saying shit.
You ain't saying shit to me.
You're tearing those waffles up, Drayden.
He probably hungry, man. Why you judging? You was in here sucking on a popsicle before everybody else came in. Don't try.
I was biting the popsicle. I was not sucking it.
I haven't ate today.
Was it like this, Tosh?
Yeah, he was. He was deep throwing that thing, man.
Whatever. But I told you guys that they were going to be including aspects from his She-Hulk appearance. I said they're going with the more comic booky, like Arab
flips and tricks Daredevil. Yeah.
Which I mean, I'm glad he didn't like jump off of like a gigantic parking garage like he did in She-Hulk, because I'm like, dog, how are you gonna survive that? You're like doing a front flip all the way down and bouncing off the side of the building. But I knew it was gonna happen. I was glad to when he kicked Bullseye through like the bar window. I said, "Oh, that's dope." It just looks wonky, but that was dope.
It do look wonky.
But you can tell
I watched it. I thought something happened in my TV. I was like, "Is my TV too high def? Like, what the fuck happened?"
I think
a little wonky.
I can't disagree, and that kind of leans into where I feel with it. I mean, look, I hold that Netflix show in such a high regard. Like I think Netflix Daredevil all 3 seasons, they're phenomenal. There is not a bad sequence. There's not a bad performance. Like, it's all gravy. Like, to me, some of my favorite like superhero television storytelling: Daredevil, The Flash season 1 and 2, Black Lightning. Like, I love all 3 of those shows, and so maybe this is just my expectation being a little bit too high. And I'm also a person who looked at She-Hulk and went, "Oh, okay, this is fun." I'm not a crazy white man who fucking hates it because women, woke, whatever. It's just, I watched the first 2 episodes, and the first 15 minutes, you're like, "Oh, okay, this is setting the stage for things to come for sure." And then the last 5 minutes of the second episode was like, "Okay, we're back to where I like it." And then everything in between there is just kind of high, low, high, low.
Yeah.
The way some of the editing is for some of the I want to say the first episode is unique, but also just a little too flashy and a little too over stylized, I would say. I'm not really like, okay, for example, when you see them close in on Matt's ear and it has that little lens flare to it, and they're emphasizing the fact that he's hearing what Foggy is saying on the phone, I was like, okay, that's clever. When they do the whole like fucking editing of the 2 shots coming into one-on-one like a comic panel frame, I'm like, that's a little too much, because the old show didn't fucking do that. It didn't need to do that. So, and to Draven's point, I can't believe I said that. There's some CGI. The CGI really stuck out for me, and I was like, okay, this could have used another run through. Like, it's not polished. And that very well could be due to the fact that like they reworked some shit from the initial stuff that they already shot or whatever. I don't know, but there's some shots in there that just stick out like a sore thumb that really kind of almost take you out of the grounded nature of it, which I think it was just such a highlight to the initial series, was the fact that it was so on the ground, but in a very fantastical, real kind of way. Because like, one thing that immediately comes to mind is like when you see Matt at the end of the first season.
Hello, wife.
Hi, Mrs. Geek Drums. I had to think about that for a second.
I would say hi, but she always mean to me.
That's your own fault.
But it ain't my fault. It's Lance's fault. Lance be spreading rumors and lying about me.
Oh shit, they're drum already. But
terrible.
Like one of my favorite shots is like when I believe it's either Foggy or Karen. They're reading the newspaper, and it's that Joe Quesada fucking image of that Daredevil, and then you get the shot of like Matt as Daredevil atop the roof, and I was like, yes, this is beautiful. This is what I love, because it's all practical. And then when you show me him jumping nimbly bimbly and fucking swinging into fucking whoop Bullseye's ass at the top of the fucking building, I'm like, okay, this is a Spider-Man step down. But yeah, it almost is. It almost like they took a model from one of the Spider-Man's movies and fucking just slapped Daredevil in it. I was like, okay, you even gave him the fucking side pose. That makes me happy. Thank you so much. Because I fucking talk too much.
But when I'm nice, I don't get no love though. It's because I'm black, bro.
But not Phil. Like, I get what you're saying. My biggest issue wasn't like the CGI. Yeah, it was wonky, but I'll let that go. My biggest issue was the fact of the fight. They tried to make it like one of those one take joints.
Oh, the oneers.
Oh, the clever editing of a oneer. Yeah.
Yeah, a clever editing of a oneer, because I'm like, bro, y'all are literally fighting throughout this whole building. But it's like, as the fight went on, this is supposed to be fantastical.
It's not Game of Thrones, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. But as the fight went on, but you could tell like they were getting
Game of Thrones, so he wouldn't.
They were getting exhausted. So like you started to like not feel like the blows, and I'm like everybody's just like it got weird, because like you just all of a sudden you just started hearing
okay.
All
right.
they they did really good cuts in the original. Like,
Yeah,
to
I'm like,
bring
bro,
in,
like, why do I
the stunt
why do I
double
hear all
and
this
what's his
panting?
name, Charlie
Like,
So you
Cox.
know where the editing can take place, right? It's when they pan, and it's when
Yeah.
they pan and stick on a frame, then they pan back. It's that frame that they stick on is where the edit happens.
yeah,
I know this because I've done it. Not in like in a professional video filming sense, but like I film my own shit, and like that is the perfect spot to where you can fake like making a oneer is
Yeah.
when you pan on a single frame for 2-3 seconds, and then you cut it, and then you start shooting again from that very same frame, and then you just move right back in.
yeah, I
It's
just
a
felt
very
like
clever editing trick.
yeah, I just felt like they lost the intensity. It was a good fight. The fact that Bullseye killed 11 people for no reason other than he's nuts and he blames Matt for what happened to him, even though you volunteered, you let Matt talk you into helping. Just because you couldn't take Kingpin does not mean it's his fault. He
So
literally took Kingpin down for you. So like that's not
who wants to take bets about Bullseye's bones being adamantium now?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
I could buy that.
I could buy it because I was sitting there thinking, I was like, it's no way they kill him off in the first episode too. It's just the way
You see him in different shots in the trailer.
Yeah, but it's the way Matt pushed him off the roof.
It was the abruptness. That's what I loved about it. It was like, oh shit! Once
and then just like
once you see the body halfway through, I was like, oh fuck, Matt, what did you do? And then boom, it just hits the ground, and just like.
I love Charlie Cox's like just weeping of why, and you just see Bullseye just fucking
laugh.
he just smiles, bro. He's sadistic.
Yeah,
and he didn't even need to say anything. He you knew, like Lance said, like he did it because he's fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
It's the alternative to when he took Elektra and used her own weapon against him. It's that great, like,
yep.
I say great, but that like shocking panel of like her up in the sky and him just jabbing her, and it's a similar thing of just him laughing. I mean, like, I did it because I could or whatnot. Like the fact that he killed a fly, which was homage, I think, to the movie.
Yes.
I'm like, that's just them to show you, oh yeah, this guy is, don't fuck with him like that. And yeah, to me, the CG, I have issue with it, but it doesn't take away the rest of the stuff, because to me, I'm like, okay, you take off the pieces that got us here off the board for majority of them. What do you do now? And the new supporting cast, I like that they're not trying to replicate Karen and Foggy's dynamic, but they're there for Matt, and even at points trying to like bring him up to like a new shake him up a little bit, like his partner who runs the firm being like, you gotta go out, man, you gotta get out of here and whatnot. And his buddy the PI is saying, I like this Matt Murdock, he's doing some good work with this suit. They're running around in a mask, and I don't know. I like that dynamic now with it.
I have an issue with Cherry. Not that he's not a good character. I like his character. I just don't like that he's the character that's finding out everybody's identities on accident. Like, shows up on the roof when he showed everybody. I hate tropes like that. He did not need to find out that Matt was Daredevil in the very first episode, in the very first 10 minutes of the episode. Like, I knew something like that was going to happen when we were focusing on his conversation in the bar, but like, he just walks upstairs and he's just like, Matt, oh my God. And then he discovers that Hector is White Tiger. Like, oh, you're going to go look, like, we know you're going to snoop, but it's the fact that when you pull the drawer, he's like, oh. Like, bro, and then you go tell Matt, like, gee, and then how did everybody else find out?
Well, everyone was going to find out, because it's pretty clear that whatever's going on with Hector Ayala is going to go to court. That White Tiger it's going to get brought up. Like, it's going to become public knowledge. That's not all that surprising, but I can understand the gripe of being like, yo, why the fuck is he finding everyone's identity out? It's understandable. I mean, it's a trope that's gone on far too long, and it's honestly, it's just something the MCU's done since Iron Man. Like, they kind of just done away with secret identities. They don't really give much of a fuck about them, even when it comes to Spider-Man. I mean, hell, they went through a hoop an entire movie just to try and justify him having a secret identity back. So it's, you know, I kind of just look at it as like, from Ronan's point of view, you know, you have Cherry and Kirsten McDuffie who are in a sense like, they're not the new Karen and Foggy per se, but they're the pieces on the board that play the part, if that makes any sense. Yeah. You know, one is the moral compass, one is the friend in the business.
I like Kirsten being from the comics. I laughed when she's the one trying to hook Matt up.
Did you notice who that?
Like they dated.
So his therapist. You know what show she's from last year, right?
Oh, the Acolyte.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's Death Miriam.
Yeah, correct.
And apparently,
she was one of the mothers. I forgot.
Yes.
They introduced her in the movie as well. She left a voicemail for Matt in the film, or in the old Ben Affleck film.
Yeah.
So they had introduced her back then, but the show is making.
You remember something from that film?
There's a lot to remember from that movie.
Yeah.
I remember the actors.
Soon as they said her name, I'm like, oh, because I've been seeing clips of it. So, like that old Daredevil movie, like it started like trending on TikTok again.
Yo, Taj, you know who Foggy Nelson is in that movie, right?
That's what's his name? I
Favreau.
forgot the actual. Yeah, I was about to say.
Fuck.
Happy.
Didn't hear anything.
But yeah, like I seen it. It's just been I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
Fucking hell.
For sure, yeah.
Ben made a convincing Daredevil. I just like Charlie Cox better.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about, oh, he should be a redhead. Are you forgetting that in like Spider-Man the animated series, he was blonde?
He was blonde.
Also, they tried it within the first season, right? Like I'll never forget seeing the first poster of like beating up like Matt just smiling with the glasses, and he's got like bruises. He's tying up his tie and whatnot. Like that's. Like, come on! Like
he said, they tried to dye his hair red. It just didn't work.
Yeah. God forbid. Oh, but we have the glasses that are red. You got the fucking Billy Club. Like,
I mean,
come on now.
And now the Billy Club
is Spider-Man show. So
yeah, like that's why I'm like everybody's forgetting that like he was blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
But that second episode. Like people talking about some why is Kingpin skinny? They literally tell you,
and you could almost take it.
He did that to run for mayor. Like, and plus the actor already said it's hard. It's hard to keep gaining weight and losing it and gaining it, especially as much weight as they had him put on for just Hawkeye alone. When he showed up on Hawkeye, I'm like, that is a completely different dude. Like, wow.
Newsflash: Kingpin doesn't need to be fat to be imposing.
Exactly. The simple fact, Vanessa said it. She's like, I've been holding these meetings for months, and as soon as you walk in, everybody leaves.
All I need is, Vanessa. That's it. That's all you need, Or, New York deserves law, whatever the fuck he says. Just like, that's it. And like, I love that. Like, I remember when there's a great documentary for when the movie came out. They each asked a lot of creators who did the books for the years, and when Frank Miller took over, he wanted the Kingpin from Spider-Man, and he was at that time he was the laughing stock of villains. Yep. And John Byrne suggested to him light him up, and be like because he was always big, and he lighted up Kingpin a little bit, had him smoke a cigar or cigarette, and made him, crime lord and whatnot. And like now, I think of Kingpin with Daredevil more than Spider-Man, and he's originally a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny to think about it in that way, right? That Kingpin started out as a Spider-Man villain, like much in the same way that Kang the Conqueror is initially like a Fantastic Four villain, and then they tried to catapult him into being like he's catapulted, at least in the comics, as more of a like Avengers villain, and that's not exclusive to, I mean, the other one I can only think of off the top of my head on the other side of the fence is like Solomon Grundy first appearing in a Green Lantern comic and then like making his way to being a Batman villain.
Yep.
Like there's that. Honestly, I like the first two episodes just fine. I like the first 15 minutes of one and then the last 5 minutes of two. But like I said, like everything in between was just kind of a hit or miss for me. Like I did like when Matt is listening to like his inaugural speech on New Year's and Kingpin's like, the city does not need some guy dressed in a white skull or some kid in a spider outfit or a devil with like giving the obvious nods away of just like who he's like tangled with in the books, but also just like, he's talking about John Bernthal, he's talking about Tom Holland, and it's just like it's nice to see that in visual media form. Now I'm just like, okay, now I want to watch Spider-Man and Kingpin like duke it out. I want to watch that, but the fact that Sony is so like
Sony,
What's up, Tyler?
Sony
now imagine if he tried looking like Kingpin
Oh.
from the Spider-Verse. I don't think he would live
Can
very
we
long
not-
trying to look like that.
It's funny, Tyler, because like I was looking at the comic that inspired that look, and I forget who fucking did it, but I wasn't sure if that was like a comic thing or not. Like if there was a version of Kingpin from the comics that actually looked like, he's all hunched over but super fat around the body
With the pen, yeah.
Yeah. Like apparently there's a comic of that version of Kingpin, and I'm like, wow, news to me.
Wow.
I also dug how there's this lack of connection with his faith. Like there's that one shot when he goes and he passes by the church, and that meant so much to me because how much that was an element throughout the first 3 seasons. And you see almost the fallout by the 3rd season. And I grew up Catholic, and so like that's part of my in with Daredevil. And so I'm like, I love that acknowledgement of like, this is how distant he is from a lot of stuff, even his faith. And I think even he's trying to force himself that like, I need the law to be the faith now. Like I'm doing my best to make sure that is as steady as possible. And like, I love how much he was trying to hold back on both episodes until that moment where he's like, please don't do this. He wasn't telling that to the cops. He was telling that to his devil side. Like, don't let the devil out. And
Don't do this.
oh, I love it. And
Don't do this.
some of the
Don't do
shots, to me, the last 2 shots of the first episode, Kingpin on the top of the building, Matt looking up. You see the glare of the red
that. I love
and the
that.
steam
I love that.
coming off of him. I was just like, mwah.
It was the fact that he was literally like he's pushing through the crowd and he's literally pushing the people. Like
Hearing
like,
someone
get
might
off,
need
get
help
off.
and like saying, no, that's not me anymore. And be like, I'm digging it, man.
In his mouth.
And what's weird is that like I get it. Some of the elements that we our look style we miss from Netflix, but I've always said that like if they tried doing that in this new era, it would just feel like carbon copy, and it has to be. It's a weird thing to do even with Hollywood. Like you have to do something new and fresh, and yet keep the spirit of what came beforehand. And for me, from what I've seen, Beyond 2 is they're doing that element, and I can't wait for y'all to see episode 3 and hear what y'all think about it.
I'm excited. I'm really excited for it. I gotta wait a little bit. I gotta wait for.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
I gotta wait longer because I gotta wait for my wife to get home to watch it. But
oh shit, yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm really like I've been looking forward to like I have not been this excited for a Tuesday show since The Flash like stopped being on Tuesdays. So like I've been
screenshot that from Draven.
like
What?
I've been so excited.
You froze for a quick second. It was hilarious.
But next up we have some exclusive DCU news that also I saw somebody make a dumb comment about it. Talking about because we need to see an adult's mom. What? So I commented back and said, so adults can't have parents? And they replied and said, well, I mean, yeah, but do we need to see a Green Lantern's parents? I said, well, since John Stewart will probably be late 20s, early 30s, his mom being around would make sense.
That's not other own possibilities.
I said, like, it's giving this character a backstory, more agency. Like, you don't want that?
I mean, Is anyone really surprised that people are asking that stupid question?
And it's Nicole Ari Parker. Like,
Exactly.
come on now. Like, God damn it, man. Like
people are weird. Like, she's an amazing actress. She's recurring in this role. The series, 2 members, yada yada yada. They use their rings in a. I didn't call you Siri. Jesus, why are you lighting up right now? These new iPhones are weird.
What's your problem? You got an iPhone.
Shut the fuck up.
So the official character description for Bernadette reads, formidable and tenacious. Bernadette refuses to give up no matter how insurmountable the odds. At her core, she's a fiercely protective mother who has worked her entire life to ensure that she and her family will not be passed over. Guys, do you know where I'm going with this? Do you know what James Gunn could do with this? Who is Jon Stewart's sister? Who is she married to?
You just want to see Black Lightning, goddammit.
Who is Jon Stewart's sister married to? Oh yeah, Lynn Pierce. Yeah, Jon Stewart's sister.
Black Lightning.
Like, do you know what he could do with this? They're introducing the mom. Just throw Lynn in there. She's right there, and then we could get another version of Jefferson Pierce in this new DCU, and I'd be a happy camper.
Yeah, he better be dark skinned too.
What if we got a light skinned Jefferson?
Oh, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna let them pass with Jon Stewart, but no, that is a character that needs to be dark skinned.
But yeah, like
tired of this.
I'm really excited for this. She's an amazing actress.
Goddamn, what's his name? What's from Lance? You watch the Power shows, don't you?
Yep.
What's the light skinned dude that they just brought in for the last season of Power?
Michael Ealy.
That's like bringing in Michael Ealy to play a dark skinned character. Like, no, man. Like, no, man. Get that. I almost said the N word. Get that man out of here.
So, wow. But to also add on to that, knowing what I know about Jon Stewart, I don't think his eyes are going to be glowing green, because that only came about because of prolonged exposure to the ring and from it, like, basically going into his bloodstream.
That's cool.
So I don't think I think he's going to start off with just with the regular domino mask, like like Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner. I think they're going to start it out like that. If they started out with him being like, just as soon as he get the ring, it just like get in him like that, I think that kind of cheapens it, because like John's like one of the best lanterns we have.
His eyes are also naturally green too. Aaron Pierre's eyes.
Yeah. So but I'm saying, like, to do like true. Well, I just don't want them to like skip over the fact that, like, he had that prolonged exposure.
Yeah.
So I want them to feed into all of that, because like I can't wait to see what the suits look like. I really cannot wait to see what the suits look like.
Same.
They better be good too.
I
they
keep
whack
Tim
them,
on
man.
bridge. It shouldn't be. I don't think it's gonna be whack. I think we're gonna get, like, we're gonna see the cosmic elements.
Then I look like Smallville.
Like people are mad because the showrunner said we're gonna see them in their everyday lives. Did you think they were gonna be fighting just like 6 episodes straight, just fighting? No lines, they just fighting somebody. I said, do y'all like, you're complaining about what happens in TV shows, especially superhero shows. They have normal lives. It happens in comics.
Yeah.
Like, it happens in the comics. Like, you're weird. But like we're getting more and more casting like news. I wonder if we're gonna start seeing like set photos or something.
Probably.
Like maybe that's why they're dropping all of this news. We need to see. I would love to see set photos. They said she's recurring. We probably see her towards like the beginning of the series. Do you think John is gonna reveal like what's happened to him, like with his powers or whatever?
Maybe not the first season.
Yeah, not immediately, I don't think.
because it's like it's gonna be like she's gonna say, John,
Well, since
what's
he's
that
a
on your
black
finger?
man, realistically, as a black man, he would tell her what the hell's going on.
True.
Because when something bad or sketchy happened, we ask questions last. We get the
Oh yeah, we just talked about that. I would love to see Lynn show up. I would love that because that would lead to Black
You
Lightning.
just want Black Lightning, god damn it. That's the only reason why you want this.
It's nothing wrong with wanting that. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. But it also makes me wonder.
Yeah, and I wanted Sony to give Marvel the full rights to Spider-Man so they could do a grounded Spider-Man movie. But you guess what? All dreams can't happen right now.
That's also true. That's also true. What did Jay Garrick say when he first showed up on Earth 2? I could remedy that sentiment. Or
Yo, I ain't
whatever he
watched The
said.
Flash in so long.
I just rewatched it, and the last 3 seasons were terrible. So
The last 3?
7, 8,
Season
9.
8? You tripping. 8 is not bad, bro.
It has bad moments.
8
I'll say
is
that.
better than season 6.
Season 6 was good.
I think it's towards that end part.
You can't blame them. That was COVID.
Every season is shit.
Wow.
That show sucks.
Wow.
Stop. Lance trying
The
to cope
disrespect.
now,
the disrespect.
you know damn well after Crisis season 6 go down, bro. They got a couple good filler episodes, but like for the most part, no, man. Like that Mirror Mistress stuff, get that shit the fuck out of here. That stuff was so bland.
Mirror Monarch was cool until she wasn't.
Lance, bro, you're trying to cope because it's the Flash, bro. I'm not allowing you to do this. We know that season is not that. Listen, the first half of season 6 was good. After Crisis, it go downhill. It does. Like, I'm not gonna sit with that lie. 8, I think, started off strong, and I think it ended strong. Now the lightsaber stuff was kind of stupid, but it still ended like that season still ended strong though. The stuff with the Ronnie, the Fire Ghost thing with that stuff was okay. Like it wasn't terrible. It lasted a little too long, but
Deathstorm.
Yeah,
like you have a villain you can't touch, bro.
Once he became Deathstorm, it got good. But the smoke stuff, it was like, all right, can we fucking move on from this?
I'm waiting on Jake because we want to say like some of the worst written characters on the show. And we all know that Cecile Horton is at the top of that list every time. But I
don't think she's the worst.
It was me all along, Barry.
I think if you're talking about the last few seasons, yeah. But before that,
it was always before that she was cool because she was barely in the show.
Nah, when it started becoming the romance they introduced in season 3.
Yeah, but she was still cool then.
No, I'm saying before she got powers, that's when she was alright.
True.
After that,
I can't believe
Jesus.
I can't believe Joe was beating them cheeks up like that.
Have you seen Danielle Nicolette? I would too.
Yeah, but have you seen Jesse L. Martin?
Listen,
what's wrong with Jesse L. Martin?
The older you get, you can still produce. What do you mean?
Yeah, it was Wally too. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, look at you, Lance. You're like 50.
Whoa!
What's up, Unc?
Man, if he was your uncle, he wouldn't take none of your shit.
No, he would not.
That was actually funny. Draven, what are you doing? Like, why is your head bobbing?
I'm doing sit-ups. Well, I'm doing
I'm doing sit-ups.
Speaking of the devil, it's
Jake that come up here this whole time and then he pop
up. It's sensual Jake.
Speak the devil's name and he shall appear.
You would know, Lance. You would know.
I know Phil hates Invincible, but that Invincible War was some good stuff. Why do you having a mouth guard to do sit-ups?
Nah, I just have it in because I like chewing on it.
Shit,
he likes to think he's the next Steph Curry. He likes to think he's the next Steph Curry.
If you read the Invincible comics, bro, you know what's coming up next.
You talking about the fight with Conquest?
Man, that thing is crazy. I can't.
Phil, they're trying to put you to sleep.
I'm glad they kept Sinister Mark alive though, and he did not get taken out by a yo-yo. I'm glad he kept him alive. Bro, those marks were like, dude, the way he just went after Eve like that. I'm tired of them nerfing Eve for the show. Like, stop treating her like that. Like, come on. Like,
But she
I'm
was
tired
a
of.
nerd. Like she took the fight, and at one point,
say,
even she can go down.
Yeah, I'm about to
Like
say,
if
have you
Mark can get hit, so can Eve. Like it's
I expect Mark to get hit. Like, literally, the joke of the show is his name is Invincible, but
got
he
a
never
question.
wins a fight.
Which
But
is
I love
ironic.
that Eve.
Which-
That's how
which-
much I love Eve. That like she sticks by him and like will go 15 rounds with anybody. And it was weird because it's like, oh shit, this one version of Mark kicks her ass and then says, "I have hated you the most." It's like, wow, that alternate universe, they could have been far more different than they are in this one.
Sure, but it's
Yeah,
the simple
the-
fact that our Mark is stronger than all of these marks, and he still can't take them.
Well, he
Yeah.
a bunch of
Well,
them.
what? I mean, what do you expect?
got jumped.
Robert.
There we
Kirkman
go.
was- Robert.
There
Kirkman
we
was-
go.
Robert Kirkman was bold enough to be like, "Oh yeah, Invincible could totally go toe to toe with Superman." Oh, really? Because he sure gets his ass whooped quite a bit.
By people that are a lot lower than Superman's caliber.
Fucking clown shit.
And then I just want to say, the new Guardians, like, bro, y'all are just meat bags at this point. Like,
Dude.
Kate, you should not be that easy to punch.
Fuck Kate. Fuck that bitch. Hope she dies.
Hey, no, like like seriously, I hate her. I hate the Immortal. Like, why are you a superhero, dog?
Oh, you're calling them meatbags, kind of like that Justice Group was in the very first episode. Meatbags like that.
Oh yeah, like.
No,
why?
dude. Oh, I'm glad Jake said
No,
that. Did you notice?
the new Guardians are worse than the old ones? Like,
Yeah.
That show.
at least they put up a fight.
That show is so fucking good, Phil. You should watch it.
A fight? Is that what you want to call that?
That show is so
I mean, they
bad.
tried. I mean, the
It's
Red
not
Rush,
bad, bro.
the
What?
Red Rush was actually working.
It's so bad.
The only
It's
person
not
on that
bad.
show that actually put up rest in peace to my boy Rex. You put up a fight. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rex in peace.
The Immortal, like, bro, like, you got your head knocked off, and then your head was used to rip apart. Like, you know how hard you got to throw somebody's head to go through their body? I don't even think he have to throw it that hard. Like,
Gee,
Kate,
Lance,
your
why don't you tell
duplicates
us?
are terrible.
He is. He's trying to tell us.
Lance,
Like,
did you notice?
Lance, you seem more mad than hype about this episode.
No, I'm hype, but it's just the fact that, like, it just made me realize, like, the Immortal, you suck. Like,
Man,
you
he's stuck in the comics.
like, their names are so ironic. You're only immortal when somebody puts your head back on your body. You got all these muscles. You can fly. You cannot fight. What fight have you won?
It's called plot.
It's called Robert Kirkman's a dipshit. That's what it's
Like
called.
what
Shut
fight
the
have
fuck
you won?
up.
Then you and Duplicate just want to quit so y'all can get. Well, I want to have kids. Bro. You've been alive since before alive was a thing. You should have been trying to have kids, bro.
Again.
Like
Lance.
you were literally Abraham Lincoln, bro. Getting shot. Should have told you you're not cut out for this. That's all I'm saying. Like the Immortal, and then you talk all that stuff about Mark. At least he's trying. Like you had that Mark on the moon.
Man,
I would've just let
Mark
the-
on time in this season, bro. Immortal trash, bro. Get that man out of here.
I would have just let
I
the
could do his
misogynistic mummy take over that version of Mark. Like you probably would have had a better chance with dude in Mark's body. Like, dude, you're terrible. Like you, and he fighting for his life in there. Black Samson just that is a terrible name. Dude is just laying there. Shapesmith is laying there. Like, dude's making fun of the way Shapesmith was dying, which was
Actually, a
hilarious.
character's name.
That
Is
was
that actually a character name?
yes.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
I think
Like,
Carrie
he's making
Payton played him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they
like,
wasted
bro,
Carrie Payton. Damn it.
He didn't need that paycheck. He just took it for fun.
It's,
Dude,
it's
Oh,
just,
Lance, did you notice when Darkwing got slammed? How it
Yeah.
looked very much the same
yeah.
as what the Wow.
Damn it.
Hello. But Lance,
It looked just like the
Lance.
It looked just like the other one.
Let Ronan talk.
like Omni-Man, yeah, when Omni-Man slammed his predecessor, which is like it's the same style, I was like, oh, that's so fucking fucked
Except-
up poetic.
His body looks like must be more durable, I guess. Because he didn't die on impact.
Well,
Well,
they said that he's not as strong. He's not as strong as the other ones. And like, there's no way he'd be stronger than Omni-Man in that reality.
It was
Anyway,
funny. Like the only way to take him down was to take him into the Shadowverse. But it's
I'm
like,
waiting for
dog,
Andrew Lincoln to be a voice actor in this show. The guy who
Yeah,
voices
right. He's not gonna waste
Mark.
his time with this
Bro,
bullshit.
they have like
Mark.
every Walking Dead character in this show.
Dude, we're
Mark.
getting the meta rematch
Jeffrey Dean
this
Morgan,
Thursday. We're
Negan
getting it.
versus Glenn.
Wait, is Cooper Andrews in it?
No, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that
Jeffrey
would be
Morgan
another
did it.
Walking Dead alumni that they would have to get.
No, you know what was hilarious though? Like Mark was that mad, like he was that pissed. Like before he took offline, he stomped the ground to break it. He said, "Yeah,
Mhm.
let's go. I want the smoke. I'm ready. Conquest is ugly as hell, but he's like, I want the smoke. Let's go." Like when that man opened his mouth, I said, "Jesus, what happened to your teeth?"
You know what else is ugly as hell?
He about to get fucked up, but you know.
You know what else is ugly as hell?
The animation.
Yes,
It was better
Yes!
this week. It was
yes.
better.
The animation
so
of that
good.
show is ugly as fuck.
I
thought you said
digress
it was
now.
great, Phil.
Dude,
Huh?
the
The
final
animation's gotten way better this season. This is the best animation this year.
Can we speak about this guy,
I
Angstrom?
don't think that
Like-
I don't think that animation bad.
Does he have the
not
mutton
super
chops?
great, but you know.
He's just annoying. Like you talk about that's literally how he looks, Draven. That's how he looks. Like that's how he looks. The fact that you're this butthurt that a version of Mark killed your son, that you go find every single evil version of Mark
To kill this
to
version
kill
of
the
Mark.
good one.
It's
That
hypocritical.
That
I love
doesn't
that.
make sense. And then you get the one that actually killed your son.
That
That
show is
doesn't make
so
sense.
good. So good.
That was the line from season 2, right? That Debbie throws at him. I'm like, you're just mad that in this universe, Mark's the good guy and you're the villain and whatnot. And I love that jab.
Marks was like, "How were you even alive?" I had a
Yeah,
team.
back.
He said, I had a team of surgeons waiting for me. So you knew Mark was gonna whoop your ass. Like, so you were planning on that.
I haven't seen a season and a half of this show, and this is still funny.
Like, I'm like, so
don't
you were
need
planning
to.
on him to beat you half to death, but you did not expect him to overpower your makeshift T-spheres that you just kept portaling out.
He has his own version of T-spheres.
Basically, his little drone cameras are like T-spheres. Like you didn't plan on Mark showing like plowing through all of them. You didn't expect that. You thought they were going to overpower him. That was the best. Mark avoiding those portals. Like that was dope. I said
The
my
lighting,
boy
everything.
finally got some skills. He
Yeah.
finally got skills. Like he killed that. Like I thoroughly enjoyed that. The way he was.
And I
just
got a
moving.
kick out of seeing all like the rest of the world heroes. Like you see Werewolf, you see Brit,
Yeah.
you see Ted Jacket, and it's just like it's
I wish
right
we
out of
would've
the
seen
books. And I was like,
Spawn.
oh, it was a blast.
I wish we could have seen Spawn, but we know how that goes.
I know, yeah.
Seeing Tech Jacket like just
They need to
basically
put me in the
mutilate mustache Invincible.
Those are my Mark, yeah.
I got a
dude.
question, right? I saw somebody make this post on Twitter talking about how many. What did it say? It said, "Do you think 18 Invincibles can beat the Saiyans on Dragon Ball Z?" And I was like,
No.
you didn't need the Saiyans. I was like, Tien. I was like, Tien or
rich.
probably Piccolo could probably
That's
wipe them
adorable.
out.
Hell,
That's
Yamcha
rich.
can take their asses out.
But somebody in the
I don't
comments
know
was
about
like,
that.
somebody in the comics said they would wipe, and I was like,
Fuck no.
y'all are tripping.
Absolutely
I was like,
fucking
Goku
not.
can solo
That's
them by
cute.
himself, bro.
Exactly.
No. Like they are tripping. The
With
blasphemy
no
I saw in the
problem.
comment section.
Fucking
I wish I could find the
not.
post because I didn't like it or nothing. But I was like, the blasphemy that I was seeing, they was like Omni Man with solo. I was like,
The
bro,
fuck he
what
would.
the fuck?
The fuck he
Kid
would.
Goku from Dragon Ball, the original
I'm gonna
show.
say this.
With Solo
I
there.
don't know about that one. Dragon Ball Goku. I don't know. You know what? They might have a shot with Dragon Ball Goku, but and they wouldn't even and Vegeta wouldn't even let Goku fight alone. He'd be like, no, I'm doing it.
No, because it would be that sort of thing where like nobody's gonna take you down but me. It'd be that kind of thing.
Yeah, Vegeta be like, no, I got this.
God, I can't believe somebody even threw that into the question. That's funny.
Yeah, like I
I
said,
laughed when I saw that shit. I was dying.
Well, Goku can't even beat Superman, so I don't know why anyone would say some dumb shit like that.
Oh,
I
I
think
love
Goku
that
can beat
that one
Superman.
DBZ meme where it's like, so it's Batman and Superman, and you see what is like a Goku right behind Superman with the absolute dog shit beaten out of him, and then he goes, "Look, Batman, I finally beat Goku." Batman goes, "That was Yamcha," and then Goku just pops up. Ugh.
Yeah, no.
But no,
Wait,
like
time
it was
out.
like
You really think Superman could beat Goku?
You want my logic behind it?
I'm actually curious. I kind of want to know because I don't think he has a chance, but I do want to
Okay.
hear your logic.
Goku breaks limits. Superman has no limits. Superman wins by default.
you think Superman is eating a spirit bomb?
Bill's trying not to laugh.
Bro, he fucking fought Doomsday to the death and then came back. You think a spirit bomb's gonna wipe him out? No
True.
way.
Oh, depends on if that spirit bomb is magic or not. No, I'm kidding.
What about
Here's another thing.
What about-
Here's another thing.
what about Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima?
Check it out, dude. Superman had his cells literally super radiated by Lex Luthor to the point where he turned into the next god, Rao, the Kryptonian god.
Yeah,
True.
They are on equal footing. It would be a fun match. It would be like Captain America versus Batman. They would recognize each other's valor and recognize that they're both great fighters, and then be like, we could fight to a standstill, and it wouldn't mean shit. But at the end of the day, if you want to talk about like just straight up power scaling, Superman wins no matter
I
what.
don't know because I
I'll
don't
tell
think
you
the
what
power
DBZ
scaling
character
for
I
DC
want to
would
see
work.
Superman go against. This would be a fun matchup.
Beerus,
They have Superman. Yep, I was thinking that God of Destruction Beerus. That'd be a fun matchup.
Beerus or Whis. That'd be a fun one.
That'd be really fun, actually.
I mean, I don't
Well,
even like
then-
Super. I think Beerus is winning that shit, but that's just me.
I mean, he's fought characters like Darkseid, who's an insurmountable fucking super god.
Yeah.
I get that. I don't know. I
Here's-
think the power scaling is different though. Like I feel like you can't throw
well, the
a
thing is
DBZ
like
character in DC and it'd be the same. Like I don't.
here's the thing though. Superman's been around for 85 years. Goku's only been around since 1989.
That's
So
true.
of course the power scaling is going to be different. But
Right.
I think even Akira Toriyama was like, I don't think they would fight to the death. They would just fucking recognize each other's strength and fucking call it a day.
Oh
But-
yeah,
but
if you was talking
but
about like
also-
Vegeta or something, Vegeta would try to kill him. Like
But
Oh,
also,
Vegeta
you know,
would for sure would
it-
tray and kill Superman.
right.
He'd probably fail, but yeah, he
But-
would.
you know,
the only
it's
way he
what it is.
fails is because of plight. The plot. Whoever writes
Vegeta will be like this.
It's
Oh,
either the plot
so
or it's his own
powerful.
fucking hubris, like always. So
Yeah,
Well,
that
to
is
pull a
true,
quote out
too.
of Stan Lee's book, you know, the person who will win that fight is whoever the writer wants to win.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you
there's
go,
that
yeah.
too. Yeah, always boils down to who writes it.
Yeah.
Always, no matter what.
They stay doing Vegeta dirty, but he
Because
can never
those
win.
sort of matchups are like, you know, who'd win over this? It could really go either way depending on who writes it.
I ain't gonna lie, I kind of want to see Batman fight Black Panther, but I know Black Panther's winning that, so I'm not even going to entertain that.
You don't want me to talk about that.
I want to see
Yeah.
Black Lightning.
Black
versus
Panther, Black
Thor.
Panther's winning. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I
I
did see this
disagree.
giant, like, there
I
was this
think he's
animated
winning.
video somebody made years back where it was like a bunch of Marvel characters versus a bunch of DC ones, and the character that they had matched up against Black Panther was Azrael. I was like, you know what? This is weirdly fitting, but Black Panther's still going to win.
Black Panther is stomping Azrael, and I like Azrael.
Yeah,
but
they
hell
had,
no.
and that was like they had Batman going up against Captain America. Actually, no, they had Batman going up against Iron Man. Actually, and then,
I
There
get
is that.
why
There
about the
is
smart
Marvel
thing,
versus
I get
DC.
it,
There is that. Like there have been
but I don't
fights.
know. But
Yeah.
I think Black Panther win. I'm not just talking about just based off of strength. I'm talking about like technology, prep time. I think if you get both prep time, I still think Black Panther is coming out.
I will concede
I mean-
that I will concede that T'Challa and is richer by just sheer association because Wakanda is a.
You
fucking
could argue
nation
he's
and
smarter.
then who?
I
Batman?
don't think so. No, not he's not smarter than Bruce Wayne.
I don't know about
Yeah.
that one. I'm getting it to T'Challa on that one.
I mean, that's fine, but he's literally the world's.
But I'm
greatest
not. But
character.
I'm like I said, I'm taking in everything. I'm talking about technology. You're fighting. You know.
Right, but you also
your
explicitly
suit and
stated like
stuff.
you think he's smarter, and I'm just saying like
Oh,
Batman
well,
is
yeah,
literally
yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah,
world's
yeah.
greatest detective for a reason.
Like the only minds that rival Batman's in DC are Lex Luthor and Mister Terrific, and that's probably
Correct.
it.
I don't think those guys are that much.
I mean, if
smart.
you
I
really
don't
What's
think
up,
wanted,
Mike?
if you yeah, what's up, Mike?
So
If you really wanted to like throw another hat in that ring, probably Brainiac.
yeah,
Well,
Actually,
Brainiac will
Bra-
win, but
Brainiac 5.
Brainiac 5, yeah.
Specifically Brainiac 5 from the Legion of Superheroes.
Oh yeah, they
because
will
he's
win.
like in
but,
the 31st century, so he has all that advanced
Yeah.
knowledge.
Correct.
It's
But
31st, right?
I'm just talking about
Yes.
Batman and,
Yep.
and Black Panther. I still got Black Panther winning though.
I mean,
I got
they could
Ryan with
have like
you know.
it could be like a certain scale of their just normal intelligence. And
Again,
there's also like who is more
boils down to
battlefield
who writes it.
smart,
Boils
like-
down to who writes it.
but also like
That's true,
battlefield
too.
intelligence. Like battlefield intelligence is a different kind of intelligence altogether. Almost like tactics like that. That's a different thing entirely.
Batman
I'll
is one of
never
the most
understand
on his
Batman.
feet thinker fighters. It's not even funny. Like
Yeah.
Batman will think of something in the sheer moment and bank
Yeah.
on it, and he's usually right.
And yeah, and it works. And
That
it can
comes
be the
down to
most
the
random
writing
thing.
though.
Yeah.
But
It
I
all
don't get
boils
that
down to
though,
his
because
writing.
he'll beat someone super strong, but then get beat up by a random thug. So I don't know. The writing for Batman be inconsistent as hell.
It depends. It depends on the
Yeah.
context of the story and like where he is continuity wise. But yeah, I see your point.
I mean, I definitely get that. Like he can take down, somebody like a supercharged Bane and then be caught off by like a random grunt.
Oh, here's a better one. He could straight clown someone like Darkseid in Final Crisis, but then in James Tynan's run, he's got one up by fucking Scarecrow.
Do we gotta mention that?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just saying. Like continuity is the thing. and
Well,
that's what's
I
happening.
was gonna say technically in Final Crisis, Darkseid technically clowned him first.
Well, they clowned each other, but
Yeah.
like Batman got him. Batman was like,
Yeah,
I
got
so
him.
I know what you fucking did. You killed Orion. Here's the bullet you did it with. You're fucking done. And Darkseid's like,
Yeah.
oh, really? Do you think you can escape the Omega Beam? And Batman was like, try me, bitch. I'm gonna fucking shoot you with your own bullet. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
And even though he gets sent back in time, Batman still got the last laugh.
That he did. God, I love Final Crisis. I love Grant Morrison.
It,
Anyway.
it took me a while to enjoy that story, but it eventually grew on me.
It is great.
Yeah, I've got it right over there actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Prove
Question,
it.
Phil. Is my face
Hold
have better animation than Invincible?
It's worse.
Oh, okay. I was trying to give the show some credit. You know what I mean?
Does Jake have on short shorts?
I can see his
Wow.
fucking butt crack.
Why you looking at the man cakes, bro?
Bro's got that fucking crack attack right now. I can slip a quarter in there.
What? But terms of Grace Randolph, he got the beefcake.
Oh yeah. True. Beefcakes.
I forgot she existed.
I
Yeah,
did
me
too.
too.
She
Thanks,
hasn't
Mike.
said she hasn't said any Superman slanders on.
No,
Well, no, wait till April.
April
But I
1st,
didn't
right?
watch her channel.
Wait
like
till
that
April.
beforehand, though.
Wait till April. Just wait till April. Everyone's gonna be talking shit again. Wait till
Oh,
April.
CinemaCon is gonna set these weirdos on fire. But
Yeah. Yes.
Mike and Taj, I'm not even excited about the Superman trailer for CinemaCon. CinemaCon is finally gonna give us the trailer we've been waiting for
right.
months.
All right, Lance, you said prove it here.
For
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
What is that? Final Crisis?
We're getting
The
a trailer
trailer
for
for what?
Michael.
Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Oh
We can-
shit!
We're finally gonna get that trailer. It's no way they're not gonna show it to us
I
because
was
the
just
movie
saying-
was supposed to
Yeah.
come out in April.
What?
They showed us footage. Excuse me. They showed us footage last year. But
I need to see this guy.
of Michael. it was only
What?
2 weeks. Only 2 weeks of filming. So
Is
it's
that what
like
it's called, Michael?
Yeah.
Michael.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
And
right.
that
'cause
ended. I think it
'cause they
was
had-
it's from Universal, right?
They
I
had to
will mix it up.
reshoot the entire third act.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
they did.
they had to reshoot the entire third act. Yeah.
That was actually proven to be false.
What?
That
What?
was the rumor from the guy who just hates anything Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, like
Oh.
that was
Okay.
false. Like the way he made up the room, the stuff didn't make sense. The lawyers
It didn't.
didn't
It
think to do. I said, bro, like you could have came up with a better lie. It didn't make
All,
any
all
sense.
those like everything in terms of like the lawsuit or actual like rights of the issues and everything that and the events that transpired, that was done. That was already done when they pitched the movie. Like
Yeah.
you don't go through a script and then like, hey, by the way, I want to cut this out. Like no. They
Lance,
address everything.
Lance,
I
you
didn't
said
know
he
that.
could- You said
Weird.
you
I
could have
thought-
come up with a better lie, Lance.
I could have. Like
I'm
I
just
would
saying
have.
ready for this movie,
I'm just
bro.
saying he could have also lied and said he saw Superman earlier. That would have been a better lie.
Oh yeah, true. But it's like that was, and then people were believing it. I'm like, you have to look at the source.
Well,
That's the only source. Like come on now.
It's journalistic integrity, man. I mean, honestly, it's just like you when you get into this space and everything, it's difficult, but already like legitimacy in terms of having someone's word or actual news and report it. Again, if a Rotten Tomato score come in and people hate it, like, oh, you're Rotten Tomatoes. Like they know everything until we do, right? Until you have 100% critic score rating, and then or you actually agree with it. But then let's say, for example, if it's something from Variety or Hollywood Reporter, and people keep this claiming that the source is not true because it doesn't come from the big three: Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, or in this case, Variety. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the Wrap because the Wrap can be full of crap sometimes.
No, the Wrap
Even
is a
then,
trash
I mean, some
rag.
of the big three have had like a good amount of hiccups over the
Okay,
years.
the big three get most stuff right, but when it comes to DC stuff and even just superhero stuff in general, they can miss the mark. Case in point, like what was it? Hollywood Reporter even said like, oh, fucking damn it, Daniel Craig, Sergeant Rock, and James Gunn was like, yeah, that was never a thing.
Anything with the CW when they were going through when they were going through the whole buyout with
Variety
Nexstar,
especially, they
majority
kept
of
that
stuff
wrong over and over.
They called Gotham Knights Gotham City Heroes like 12 Gotham Kings. I said,
Jesus Christ, how do you fuck
and
that up that bad? Wow.
And that whole thread that they laid out for the whole Green Arrow and the Canary situation, they really fumbled the bag with that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like they had to do several retractions because
it
was
Here's a hot take. I didn't mind Gotham Knights. Wow, that was I figured the silence would be equal.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I'll
Mike, how are you zooming in? We have the same camera.
It's called favor.
I'll say this when it comes to Gotham Knights. The week in 2023, whenever the only DCCW shows you had left were The Flash, Superman and Lois, and Gotham Knights. The week that The Flash finale aired, Gotham Knights was not my least favorite show that week. I'll say that much.
Yeah. The only good part of the finale was the
anything that focuses on the title character. Yeah.
It played with interesting ideas.
Listen,
Gotham Knights, I mean, but
well, I mean, they also it was also really stupid how the people making the Gotham Knights game, WB Montreal, they actually had to come out and make an official statement and say, yeah, this thing that we're doing has no connection to this thing over here. It's like people with a shred of common sense wouldn't confuse those two things.
It's the internet. Nobody has common sense
better than the damn game.
God, that game was bad.
So gameplay was not good, but as far as a narrative, I would probably say the game did it better because the narrative was that game's strongest suit.
Well, when you have total access to the likes of like Nightwing, Batman, Red Hood, Robin, and Batgirl, right, it makes the narrative a little easier to swallow. Whereas I mean,
you still had interesting characters with the show.
Yeah, because you had Harper Row, you had Stephanie Brown, and you also had Carrie Kelly.
Yeah, but then you make up your original character as the main.
Turner Hayes.
That was so stupid.
Okay, I agree to a point. Because at the end of that season, when they reveal where he comes from, I was like, "Oh, that's clever."
Yeah.
They should have started the show off like that.
I didn't finish watching it, so what happened?
So it turns out Turner Hayes' parents were actually assassins trained by Henry Ducard.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Who trained Batman? Yeah.
Right.
Why didn't they just do that from the jump?
Bingo!
They should have ended the pilot that way.
Well, I mean, if we want to be fair, the show had Batman get shot through a window with a gun that he had in a hidden secret compartment.
Yeah, but if they did what he just said from the beginning, like that show could have been way more interesting.
Exactly, but they weren't that smart. I mean, look at the Batman cow. It was this big.
That was some Party City shit. That was horrible.
That wasn't even Party City. That was Dollar Store. I don't even know.
Yeah, probably.
That's how your dad was Batman. Oh my God, Bruce Wayne was not a good one. If he died from falling out a window and not even having no other tech.
How the fuck was he Batman for so long, and why was Harvey Dent not Two-Face?
Yeah, that don't make sense.
That was one thing I was like, I don't buy that.
even though in terms of like acting and performance, Misha Collins was probably the best on that show.
I
Absolutely.
loved
Still
his Harvey
couldn't save
Dent.
it.
I love the
Absolutely.
duality of it all.
I don't disagree
Yeah.
with any of that, but
Right.
like
No,
just from like a a lore standpoint, it's just kind of like really we're gonna go Batman have his whole fucking career and have Harvey Dent not be Two-Face. Like what the fuck?
Well,
That
Phil, the
doesn't make any
CW
fucking
or
sense.
lore killers.
Carrie
Well,
Kelly was
I
a
don't even think it's that too. They also have restrictions on what they couldn't do. They couldn't
That's
do.
true, they did.
It's like,
You're right, you're not
they
wrong.
did.
it's like, why allow them to do a show that
With the bottom of the barrel of who you get to choose
right?
from
If you
characters,
can't
you know?
use
Right.
Batman and integrate him into the story, then what was the point? Like they should.
Well, not only that, like not
Batwoman.
only
Joker
could they
and
not use
Batwoman.
Batman, they couldn't use Dick, they couldn't use Jason, they couldn't use Tim. I'm just like,
Damian.
well, at that point, why don't you just use fucking Damian?
Damian,
Why did they just
Yeah.
use Barbara?
Barbara. I mean, they used
Cassandra
they did
Cain.
Because Barbara can be
Cassandra
used though.
Cain.
They did
Cassandra
use Stephanie.
Cain.
I will give them credit there, and that was like probably the most well known of the actual family characters.
I will say, like the Harper Row love got me. Like I like that they did use Harper Row. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, and you could see hints of like, okay, she is definitely got that Bluebird sort of energy to her.
Oh,
So
100%.
they got that part right, but man, I mean,
It
it was
was-
just for those couple of years, it was like they were just hating on Batman in all sorts of media because you had two different shows by the same writers in a row, Batwoman and Gotham Knights, who were just pissing on Batman every chance
Well,
they could get.
Batman for
And then-
Batwoman, they just say he went missing.
And then,
Yeah.
right, but like the entire show was essentially Batwoman stepping all over that and saying, "Oh,
Well, the
I'm-
first
I'm
season,
better
yeah,
than
I
you."
just,
agree
I'm
with
just
that.
the first,
Yeah.
just the first
Well,
season.
Yeah, the first season,
all of
yeah.
Kate's run, all of Kate's run.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they-
yeah. The first season, yeah.
They didn't really focus on it after that. And then you get to 2024, you get that god awful Suicide Squad game where they just crap on the characters left and right.
But that's what I'll say. Like Batwoman, once like Kate was gone, and the writers finally realized, oh, we have to stop trying to shoehorn in anything about Kate because we actually have a main character that people seemingly like now. They got it straight. But the whole thing, like the CW, like, okay, so we're gonna do the same premise. We're gonna have two Gotham cities on the same network that are not connected in any way whatsoever. The fact that Gotham Knights wanted us to believe that an entire city would believe that 4 kids conspired to kill Bruce Wayne.
Why did they just take the Gotham Knights? Like, if they were going to introduce new Gotham characters, just do it in Batwoman. Why'd you create
That's
a whole
what
new
I
show?
said. That's what I said. Because you still introduced the same character that you already had. And honestly, the one that we got on Batwoman was more interesting.
Yeah, and they still could have stuck to that C grade level of introducing characters that were not super well known, but well known by readers. People like Stephanie Brown and Harper Row.
Right.
I would have liked to see with the whole connections to Descartes and everything, and like if you would have
See,
gotten
now that you told me that, I'm so interested now. I'm kind
if
of
you would have
mad.
gotten some sort of League influence there, that would have been a perfect gateway to introduce Cassandra Cain.
Yep.
And the League was already around. They did
Yeah.
it in Arrow. They were already established, so you didn't need to do it over again. You
Well,
could just have them show up.
did they
There's the Court
ever?
of Owls, which was
They didn't ever classify what Earth that was set on, did it?
Well, everything
They
is
said it-
combined.
Well, no, not everything.
Batwoman was on Earth 1.
Right. Batwoman
Earth
was,
Prime.
but
Batwoman was Earth Prime, but
No,
Gotham
I'm
Knights was a different
I'm
Earth.
saying
Yeah.
I'm saying they should have took whatever that story was and just had it be in Batwoman. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of doing a whole different show, you could have just integrated some of that into that story. Like that
And you
would have been
you definitely know that Batman had a history with the League of Assassins because I think it's during the prison arc in Arrow where
Talia's
you
there.
see Talia again. She's like,
Yeah.
hey, I ran in foul of this old enemy in Gotham. I was like, well,
Right.
there it is right there.
Such a missed up. Why? Why would you cancel one Batman and Jason show to give us a worse one? Like,
And it was the same. It was the same people.
same people. Yeah,
Same people,
And
yeah.
they blamed
Yeah.
they said it was because WB didn't want to pay for the studio space. But you want to pay for the studio space for another Batman adjacent show? That doesn't make sense.
No, it's just because
Yeah.
they've been so anal about Batman appearing on TV appearances and things like that. I'm surprised, given that. Like, I'm surprised Gotham was able to air for as long as it did, and the fact that they even got away with showing as much of Batman as they did in the finale.
That was Batman.
damn, yo, I'm kind of mad now, bro. That whole
No,
premise
no,
behind his character, like, they could have did that in Batwoman with
Turner
Turner's
Hayes.
character. Like, why did they do that in
yeah.
Batwoman
Yeah,
and
they
then
certainly could've.
introduce? because they could have had like Stephanie Brown and Harper Row be inspired
Yeah.
by what Batwoman did and like want to
Or-
go out there and be vigilantes or whatever.
Or hell, if you want to introduce like another C-level character that is still known by some fans, if you want to bring in something like the Order of Saint Dumas, bring in Michael Lane. It'd be a good character to actually show there, and someone that they would probably like to adapt, I imagine. But nope.
It just sucks that Batwoman got it started getting good, and then they canceled it. It was just like it took to the last season.
We were literally gonna get Atomic. Wait, wasn't we gonna get Atomic Skull, or who was that that they introduced at the end?
I forgot at the end. I forgot.
Fuck, I forget.
It's the character. It's the Dr. Phosphorus. We were getting Dr. Phosphorus.
Yeah.
We were getting Dr. Phosphorus at the end of Batwoman, and then they canceled it. And the design, like
as
from
soon
what
as
we
it
saw,
started
like,
getting good,
him wearing the cloak, like you cancel it. They gave us one of the, like honestly, the way that they handled the Joker, the 2.0 villains in Batwoman season 3 was amazing. Like the way that they handled those villains, I loved
some
it.
of them. Some of them. I really didn't
Some
like
of
what they
them.
did with I really didn't like what they did with Poison Ivy. Where they just had the actual Poison Ivy, like they just had.
And
Pamela
they
Ivy.
switched it over
they
to
turned her
Mary.
into a grown
They had
woman.
her
They couldn't use Pamela though. They couldn't
Right.
use her for a
That
long
is-
period of time. Plus,
they-
the actress was busy on Grays.
But
So-
they age up a little girl with the mind of a minor, and now she's a full grown woman.
That's Gotham.
That's Gotham, not
That's
Batwoman.
anyway. I don't want to demonetize.
Yeah, that's Gotham.
And it was weird on Gotham how like she aged up into an adult and then they recasted her again later. I was like, there shouldn't be a second body in that whole transformation, but whatever.
She's even more mature.
And yeah, because she's played by what the hell is her name from Flash?
What the hell was that?
What the hell is her name?
I
Bridget, Regan.
no, talking about the other one. Peyton
Golden
Reed.
Glider.
Wait,
Golden Glider.
ain't Peyton Reed? No. Is
No,
it?
List. Peyton List.
Peyton List. No.
Yeah.
Is
No,
it?
yes, because there's two Peyton Lists. There's the one in Cobra Kai and there was the one that's in Gotham and the Flash. So
Yes.
there's two Peyton Lists.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah. But while we're on the topic of horrible CW characters,
Nice segue.
me and Jake, we've been going back and forth, and this was going to be a separate video, but I thought it would be fun to do with all of you guys, especially Phil, who likes to publicly voice his disdain for things that are, terrible and unsavory.
Oh God,
and,
I'm nervous.
Me and Jake have compiled a list of certain characters from the Flash who are just like horribly written, but had potential. And now this, that's weird, Mike. Like, why is he looking at your ass? Like, but
Mike's like, excuse you?
but we,
He's been squatting.
We've compiled a list, and this ranges from basically the seasons, like from season 5 on down.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't. The writing just was like abysmal. Is that a chicken?
And some of the characters that you're
Yep.
including here, they are season specific. Like you have some that
Yeah.
are across the whole show and some that are specific to a season.
Yeah. So I uploaded the images of what Jake had wrote. Yeah. So just like the first one is Keon. Keon was terrible. Like that was one of the worst original characters that you could possibly shoehorn in. Naming her Keon was extremely lazy on Eric Wallace's part because you're pulling from something that happened 3 seasons earlier when the show was somewhat still, okay.
Yeah.
But you wrote her to be like a child. You were just trying to find a reason for Danielle Panabaker to stay on the show when you didn't have to kill off her other 2 characters in the first place. Like that was my whole issue. She was literally terribly written. You act like a child. You have this weird relationship with Chill Blaine. They wrote her to have he had a weird sex dream about her that was supposed to be played off for comedy.
Yes,
but
Phil.
it was terrible. Like she because the whole thing with Chill Blaine was just garbage in general. But like the way that way that they treated her was terrible.
Well, there's this thing too. They introduced that character, and you're under the assumption for like the entire season that Caitlyn was just killed off screen, yet no one seems to care that she was killed off screen. So her return in the last 10 minutes of the finale didn't feel earned whatsoever. It's like, why should the viewer care that she's back when none of the characters even reacted to the fact that she died?
Yeah. I know Taj hated Keon.
Is that why he's being quiet?
Yes.
Hell yeah, fuck that shit. That shit was terrible.
It was dope. And then what was her mother? She was Mother Nature. You just
Yeah,
make
she
her,
can tell. Yeah, she can tell
Yeah.
Iris was pregnant.
She was-
that's
she was
the other
bullshit.
thing.
Yeah,
Who thought that was good writing to have her spoil the pregnancy storyline
Yeah.
that
No, that was
everybody
Cecile.
has been waiting
That was
for?
Cecile. That was Cecile that did that. Not.
No, that was Keon.
No, that was
spoiled the
Keon.
pregnancy.
That was the
I
one.
thought
That
it
was
was
the one
Cecile
time.
that did it.
That was the
No.
one time Cecile didn't do it.
That was Keon. She's like, oh, I know.
Listen,
Oh,
that's
she's
how
pregnant.
bad that last season was. I don't remember that bullshit. Get that shit away from me.
Suddenly you tell somebody's pregnant, all of a
It's
sudden a
Raven.
woman's like, oh my gosh.
Draven
I
said he's
know.
leaving.
I'll
No.
miss you, Draven. You're hot.
Good.
Bye,
I
Felicia.
heard that, Phil. I heard that.
But it's like you thought they thought that was cool. Like Eric Wallace, oh yeah, this is gonna this is gonna make the West Islanders hate you even more than they already hate you. Like again, I'll say it's a reason why Eric Wallace has not had any work since The Flash. And that honestly, that's sad. That's quite sad. So who was next? Cecile, I could go on. I don't even need to read that for Cecile. Cecile,
I don't even need to read it.
Cecile, first of all, making the ending. She
You
went
already know
into
how I
her
feel.
future body that just miraculously doesn't age.
She still looked
And she gets that.
costume.
She gets that costume in the future as a 75-year-old woman, but somehow has that costume in the present day in the very next episode. Makes sense out of that.
Call me virtue. So you're a full-fledged superhero. Your powers are like growing at an exponential rate.
And
for
what the
no
fuck
reason.
could she
And that-
fly?
And that was also, I just want to point this out too. So a lot happened over all these shows over the course of the time that they ran. A lot happened in just the 8 years prior to that. And this is now a universe where Batman was around for 15 years. Green Arrow was around for 8 years. And yet this character that is technically two comic characters mixed together.
Yeah.
Her career has advanced so little in 26 years. And then it's all thrown together at the end out of nowhere.
Yeah, like you decide to be a meta attorney. It's just like they tried to force feed us Cecile. The best Cecile was in season 1. The little we got in season 2, the little we got in season 3, and in
As soon as she got her
season 4,
powers,
and then season 5 was cool when they were giving her Joe's parts because Jesse L. Martin was out.
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
for that
cool.
injury.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
back into
after
it.
that is when she just became insufferable.
So,
Well-
I was so tired of her.
so
You,
hold on.
you
Can
defeated Godspeed?
can you pull up
Seriously?
Cameron's thing right quick? So Virtue is a DC character, yes. Cecile Horton is not the one that occupies that moniker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just took a name and just put it on Cecile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just to clear that up.
Shit was
Yeah.
stupid.
Now
man.
the
I can't
costume
believe
that they
we
threw
talked
on
about
her
Cecile, bro.
actually does look like the Virtue character, but you could tell it was pretty clear in the back half of the show that Eric Wallace had some sort of obsession with the actress.
When they made
Man,
her
have you
psycho
seen
pirate
her?
for a
I'm
day,
with it.
remember when they made her psycho pirate for a day, then gave her the weird.
Listen,
Yeah.
nice. Listen, bro. Listen. Like, come on, yo. Like, seeing Danielle Nicolette in that tight costume, I'm not complaining about how she looked in the costume. I'm just not.
I'm not either. Like Daniel Nicolette.
She looks
yeah,
really good for her
she-
age, man.
she's a
Like,
ve-
if she
she's a
gave me a
very-
shot, I'm dunking from the other side of the court, man. Like, I'm taking it. You feel me?
she's a very beautiful woman. But my whole thing is you gotta know like half the stuff you were written, like half the stuff they wrote for you was terrible. Like let's just
She
be-
was the main character of season 9. The Flash was
Oh,
not
yeah,
the main character.
yeah, easily.
And speaking of since we're on Cecile, the way they started writing Joe and when the show came back from COVID and how that was their way to write a Black Lives Matter storyline to have him quit and then just never go back. And then all of a sudden in season 8, since Jesse L. Martin has to leave, he's just scared to live in Central City because he doesn't want his daughter to grow up in that. But you were okay with Barry growing up there.
Well,
With
it's like,
Iris growing
it's
up
like,
there.
where was this
Well,
mentality for the last
it's
8 seasons?
different. It's different now.
Your adopted
compared to
son-in-law is a
them.
superhero.
Yeah, but I'll give
Get
him
outta
a
here.
pass. I'll give him a
His
pass
actual
for raising
biological son
Iris.
is a superhero.
Yeah, I'll give him a pass for raising
And he's
him.
black.
They ain't had no metas
Yes, he
back
is.
then. They ain't had no metas back then. So I get him not wanting to raise her in current
Technically,
Central
Iris, too.
City. Like, get them.
But the simple-
get his daughter to- what
but the
happened to his stripper daughter? Where's the other daughter?
That's the other thing.
What about his actual daughter, the one that they barely showed?
That's the other thing. Iris is going to be horribly written for like a whole different reason because Eric Wallace did not like the fact that she wanted to, I don't know, go home from time to time.
Yeah, so she
Well, they
Yeah,
had
so
the
they gave
film,
her-
though. Like
They gave her that time sickness plot that extended over like 2 seasons.
that
I'm
shit
like-
was so bad.
It was, and I'm
Yeah.
like that's bogus of Eric Wallace to do that. She just wanted to go home from time to time, like she was used to doing anyway.
But at the same time, I'm not putting that blame on him. That's the network stuff. They can't. That's not their control. So like,
I'm just sitting there watching. And I was like, if they mention she's away one more time without actually showing her, I swear I'm just gonna stop.
Barry just talking off screen. Iris, yeah, I'm about to go take these samples
he
to
did,
Star
'cause,
Labs.
like one episode, he was yelling at her up the steps or some shit. I'm like, what the hell?
It's like, well, Jesus. Okay.
Well, at that point in the show's history, similar to most of those shows, except Legends. Legends is the exception, and like Stargirl and but like,
Stargirl never got to that point.
well, no, I'm
Yeah.
saying like they never let
People
like,
watch Stargirl.
Bro, Stargirl was amazing.
Stargirl was
More,
good.
pe-
Yeah,
more
Stargirl was
people
good.
watch Stargirl than Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Stargirl. I would actually suggest Stargirl. Like, actually,
Yeah.
it's actually good.
I watched the first season. That's about it.
It's
Keep
not the
going.
best season of the show. Yeah, season 2
Yeah.
and season 3.
League's better.
Yeah,
I can't
and
watch
I don't
that
think
show.
Phil,
His reasoning for it is legit. He's not just being petty.
Phil, do it for me.
Well, actually, he's maybe being a little bit petty, but it's justifiable.
I'm not watching that show.
Okay, but
I actually
who's
started
next?
rewatching it too. That's
Oh yeah, oh that's a good one. But
Wait, Phil, are you not on texting terms with? Never mind.
No, I'm not, and I don't want to be.
wow. But next up on the list would have to be but yeah, again, Joe, horribly written. I hated the way they handled that character to like just write him off the show. It's easier ways to say somebody's not on the show anymore. Like at that point, you could have just killed him off, and we would have been way better off than to have him go out and acting like a little scared little punk. Like I can't do it anymore. I gotta move.
Can I ask a question?
It's
I
so
actually
sad
think
because
him
he was
dying
great in the
would've
first few
actually-
seasons, so it's sad.
He
Can
was
I
good
ask
up until,
how long
like,
did they
season
shoot
5.
these shows?
Like the time, like how long? did
Like
they
a
shoot?
season. Like let's say Flash. How long would they shoot a
Like
season of
9
From
Flash?
months.
from
Like
like
9
9 months. Yeah, like from
Yeah.
like July to
9
like
months.
March or some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. And then they would go do Comic-Cons and then go right back to filming after that. So they only had like a 3-month break.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's not like the show. Like the people in charge of the show, they they can't control that stuff.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And
The
I get
CW
Jesse
stuff,
L.
the
Martin.
early stuff did it too, though. Like the earlier CW
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah, they did.
they all did it too.
Jesse L. Martin left because he got his own show, and his new show, The Irrational, is like amazing. I get it. It's just like they could have Eric Wallace. You don't know how to write character arcs well at all. Like
It's
you
like,
drop the
dude,
ball every time.
You could have done what they did for either Quentin Lance and Arrow or Sam Lane and Superman and Lois, to where there's actually
Well-
you feel a conclusion coming of sorts. Or at least they kind of did that for Quentin with Sam. They kind of had to throw, a little bit of it together with last season and all, but it didn't feel like Joe's time was coming to an end. It just was like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
But
and
at the
then it's
same
like
time, though, like he came onto a sinking ship. Like, the time he got in, the show was already
Who?
Eric-
Eric Wallace.
Like by the
Eric
time,
Wallace
by the
made it
time he got
worse.
on, yeah, I'm not
Well,
saying he did.
so-
Damn, Lance, I get the
He's
feeling you
already
really
gone.
don't like Eric Wallace.
I don't,
the-
because
the first
how do you go from his writing for Blood Work was amazing.
I'm
That
convinced
whole
that was a leftover
storyline
idea.
was amazing.
I'm convinced that was a leftover idea from Todd Helbing because everything
I
else
take it.
after it was so worse.
No, because
so much
whatchamacallit
worse.
was good. What was the 5 arc, the episodes at the beginning of
Armageddon?
season 8? Yeah, Armageddon was good.
I thought Armageddon was like the best of his stuff. I didn't still think it was good.
No,
And then when you get to the last season, the only 2 episodes that are good are one with a bunch of crossover characters and an
I'm about to say
episode
the one with Oliver.
and an episode where you already had all the pre-work done for you, which was the
Yeah.
Letcher episode. So it's crazy to think that that one was both written
Yeah, and we got both of those episodes back to back too.
Yeah.
The lecture episode was freaking
9
amazing.
and 10, bro.
Yeah, that was
like,
great.
When they brought
And then
what's his name back, Espan, I was like, yes.
yeah.
But then,
And-
but then you move on to other characters that he just and it's the simple fact that he shoehorned in characters that he created Allegra in the comics, and
Yep.
since again he has this obsession with trying to add on to character storylines because he
Yeah.
had an obsession with starting with the Rebirth stuff, which only started in 2016. My dude, it's 2019 and you're adding in these you're doing the Bloodwork storyline that worked out. You got lucky with that. Like you got
Yeah.
really lucky with that. But then you add in like Allegra, a character that was only in a Teen Titans comic like what once,
One
and that was
time,
only
yeah.
that's the only time you wrote it. Like
And then
like that's what they went based off of. He wrote a Teen Titans comic so he can handle the show. He wrote a few episodes of Teen Wolf so he can handle the show.
Nope.
No, because Allegra, first of all, I didn't know how old the girl was supposed to be for like the first few years on the show, because you went from thinking you were in wasn't she in juvie when she first started? Then
I
they
think
introduced
so, yeah.
Chester. Wasn't Chester like 30? So I'm personally thinking you got this weird, P3DO type relationship going on. Like when they started to introduce them getting together, I'm like, bruh, isn't he my age? And isn't she like 16? Because they were dressing her
No.
like that as well.
No, because
Yeah.
in the beginning of the show, how old was Barry in them? Like 24.
Yeah.
He was like 25 in the first season.
So
Yeah.
so by I think Chester is meant to be younger, but at the same time, even if he is
Doesn't
in the
look
20s,
younger.
Allegra was supposed to be the actor not that much. Like he like our age now.
Yeah.
Like me and Lance is at least like around 30, 31, 32. But like he ain't that old. But
Allegra
yeah,
was clearly meant to be a kid.
they made her look like she was supposed to be like that
17,
like
around there.
17 to like 19,
Yeah.
maybe 20, and it was just like you got them dating.
Yeah.
Like, did y'all forget that she just got here like 2 seasons ago? So she would only be like 22. Like it's weird.
They kept going on with that too, like the whole.
They had no
won't make plot.
chemistry.
They kept throwing that out and like
Oh, God.
extending it,
Yeah.
and then
They
they
had no
finally
chemistry,
they finally wrapped that up in like the 8th to last episode of the series, and then there's still more drama. It's like no one gives a shit about these characters. I'm not saying it's the actors' fault; they're doing well enough with what they have, but these characters are
Yeah, their
not
writing wasn't
interesting.
good.
Bro,
It's like
focusing on them for episodes at a time. The whole
In the-
thing with
In the final season,
yeah. The whole thing with the light metas, that was cool for the first couple episodes, but the fact that the show ran through every single legit rogue that you have to keep bringing back these characters that we don't that we don't care about. Dr. Light was done better when it was the doppelganger of Linda Park. I don't care about Mio
because-
Kiyoshi, even though that's the legitimate
Yeah.
Dr. Light.
because when they actually used Kamio Hoshi, it was just like it was a mute
What did you
villain.
say?
That's what happens. That's what a lot of those
Yo.
CW shows would do. They would take these people that are heroes in the comics and use them as these one-off, dialogueless, mute villains. 'Cause it happened with Dr. Light. It happened with Moana Beast. It happened with Atom Smasher, and it happened with Red Tornado.
Please do not get me started on
Adam
The
Smash
fact
was
that-
actually good in season 2.
Ultraviolet.
No. Ooh,
Oh.
that was ugly as shit.
What about Moana Beast? They did good by Moana Beast?
He was only a first
they
episode
did him
like villain,
terribly.
so I didn't really
Yeah.
care. Like, that
So they
much.
made him a one-off villain in
But he
Legends
was
of
from
Tomorrow.
Earth 2 though. He was from Earth 2 though. That's
They-
why I didn't care.
So they made Moana Beast a one-off villain in Legends of Tomorrow, and because of their whole time displacement story that they were doing at the time, they made Moana Beast a glorified bodyguard for P.T. Barnum in the 1800s.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I'm not joking.
With,
I'm
with the
not
fake, with the
joking.
fake, with the fake Robins in the background. What's
Yeah.
that family name? I forgot their name, but the Flying
Graysons?
Graysons.
Grayson's. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, oh
they had like a
god.
pseudonym for him in the show because they couldn't actually say that.
But no, that
The
was season
Flying
4.
G.
Season
Yeah.
3 was good though. So
Season 3 was the last good season.
Oh
But-
god, season 4 was just.
But what do y'all think about the whole Eric's over reliance on the fact that, okay, yes, we get it. Allegra is Latino. Her cousin is Latino. Bro,
Yeah,
if you don't
he
make
had
them
to-
speak in English,
Yo,
They
the
had to
fact
keep
that they were
bringing that
speaking
up,
in
yeah.
Spanish and we had fucking subtitles, man. If they don't speak English, what the hell is wrong with y'all?
and
I
then
get they
the
trying to
whole
speak heritage, cool. If they're together
listen.
and speaking Spanish, cool. But the issue is that it was inconsistent. They would be arguing in English, then switch to Spanish, then go back to English, then switch back to Spanish.
Mid-sentence.
Bitch, make your mind up. What is wrong
It's like
with you?
mid-sentence too.
and
It reminded me a lot of when Jennifer Lawrence would be in the makeup for Mystique, like in public. But when she would talk to Charles, like in private, she would just like have her, like no makeup. Jennifer Lawrence. I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't give me. And then with Allegra, like how they had her powers, like she's a light-based meta, so she shoots the power out of her hands. But the fact that they had her like during fight scenes walking around like this all the time.
Yeah. And then she just does like this in the finale and she just goes Super Saiyan and takes out Reverse
He
Flash.
beats
Like
Reverse
nothing.
Flash, bro. What the fuck?
Like nothing.
And then the power of True Love's kiss woke Chester
I
up.
think my
Oh.
reaction is still up on my YouTube channel. Like when that happened, I just looked like you gotta be fucking kidding me. Bro. What is this? When Cecile flies off, bro, I think I had so many people like bookmarking that part.
Yeah.
In my
And it's like
reaction,
you're gonna
I
tell
was
me
so pissed.
that you take a character like Thawne, who's killed multiple people with his speed in the past. Now he spends multiple minutes trying to kill one person who's just fine at the end.
Yeah,
They brought him back too much too. I think they should have left him alone.
Well,
they did.
They brought back Kavanaugh's Thawne too much because as great as he was in
Yeah.
season 1, not only did it not make sense for him to appear later because it was outside of the time period, he never really pulled it off afterward either.
Yeah, it was repetitive. It got annoying.
You know what? Let's
Yeah,
talk.
they keep
Let
bringing him back.
Thawne. Sadly, his Thawne is on my list as well.
Yeah.
After they took his powers, he just
He probably would have been on my list too, but the text can only be so long.
yeah. It's the fact that the way that they, especially Eric Wallace, when it wasn't Eric Wallace, when it was Todd Helping writing him, when he came back in season 2. Yes, they handled the way that they talked differently, but they didn't talk about two different Thawns like they were legitimately two different people.
All right, later, Mike.
Peace
All right,
out.
Mike. They didn't talk about them like they were legit two different people. They talked about them like they were the same person. And
Yeah.
I appreciated that. But then when Eric took over, started writing them differently, you started writing Tom's Thawne like he was like some mustache
character.
twirling villain.
Yeah.
Like you give him the big veiny penis suit, like why?
That was so bad. Yeah, Ronan, he's not joking either.
And he's just going
No,
through
it
the
looked like
street
a
killing
black-
people.
It looked like a
Holy
black
shit.
show.
Yeah.
Like he's just going through the street, like just walking through the streets, just killing people. And what way does Barry defeat him? Oh,
He
let's throw in
sits
this
down.
comic book reference where he sits down and he's full, like dog, like stop writing these characters so dumb.
That is the lamest version you could have done of the at the Speed Force scene from Justice League. It's the worst way you could have replicated something like that.
Yeah,
That's why I didn't really continue with a lot of these shows was because like for example Flash, and I told you guys that first season, like I was like holy shit. But then after a while, I just kept hearing, "Here's another speedster. Here's another speedster. Here's another speedster." It's the same thing, and I'm like, I hear this. I'm like, do you guys?
Good.
Yeah, and like, do you guys think it would have been smarter if they would have been like, all right, 2, 3, 4, maybe max 4 solid seasons, and then you keep this cast and put him in another show and combine with another cast to be like, all right, here's a, I don't know, Justice League International show.
They should have did that.
They kind of did that for a while because with the budgets, getting lower and lower every year, they not only could they not afford to have multiple speedsters on the show at the same time for a lot of episodes,
yep.
But also the actor for Wally had issues with the Flash show, so they had him on Legends of Tomorrow for a while as their resident speedster. I think that only lasted for like half a season though. And then
Yeah, he didn't come in
yeah,
until after like the crossover and stuff.
Yeah.
He got tired of having to come lay on the
was too
floor.
OP. He was too OP
Yeah.
though for the Legends
Yeah.
though. Because at that point, they got rid of all their heavy hitters. Like Firestorm was gone at that point.
Yeah, Hawks were gone.
The Hawks were gone, and
I wasn't
at that
complaining that
point,
the Hawks were
yeah.
gone because they sucked.
Well, they sucked. Yeah.
That was my hook. Then I'm like, ooh, they're doing the Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and then like within a season, I was like, oh, they're already gone. Oh, okay.
It was
I guess.
decent in a crossover, but like for them to be like their main story should like no one cared about that shit on Legends.
No,
That's
and
why
also,
the
like,
show worked so
the
good
way that
without
they
him.
connected, the way that they connected them to Vandal Savage was really bad.
Yeah, that was whack.
That's heartbreaking.
And the
Yeah,
actors are decent. That's the sad thing.
Yeah. The actors are well.
I said decent.
Yeah,
decent.
I guess. I just got annoyed by like every 5 minutes, Hawkgirl would show up and be, this is so much more complicated than when I used to be a barista.
Bro, every fucking episode.
Every 5 minutes,
What?
that had to be brought up.
Then we had that weird ass love triangle between her, Jax, and
Ray.
Ray,
Ray, bro. Oh my.
Ray Palmer?
Yeah.
Ray Palmer.
Kill me.
Way to go, Brendan Rouse.
Good luck to him because he got some beautiful women on these series.
Yeah,
like,
and then he ended up marrying Damien Dark's daughter in the show.
Yeah,
and the real life actress.
And now they're divorced.
Now. Yeah, I was about to say.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they announced it
shit.
like a month or two ago. Like
They announced it the day the fire started.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, that's
sad.
she fine, so she better not come walk past.
Yes.
Me. I'm shooting my shot.
He said
Because the only time I would come back to these shows was the crossover.
You know who else recently got divorced?
Yeah.
Emily
Emily
Osment.
Yep.
Oh
Emily
yeah.
Osment,
Yeah. Oh, she did.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're on the same wavelength.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Shit, if she walked past me too, it's up. God, man, I shoot my man.
Cameron, the fact is Matt wanted to stay around.
But they didn't reach out to him.
They didn't reach out to him for years. That's the one thing I'll give Eric Wallace. He reached out. The directors of Legends of Tomorrow, they reached out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I loved him in Legends. Oh my
yeah,
god.
when he was there for that whole season and they did their own version of Legion of Doom, he still felt like the Thawne we had known the whole time.
Yeah, except that was just a different time. That's a different timeline Thawne. That's Flashpoint timeline Thawne. But it still felt like the same one. That's why I will never respect Eric Wallace for what he did. He wrote an amazing Matt Letcher Thawne. And then the finale, that what he did for Tom Cavanaugh's, how he just basically had Tom Cavanaugh roast every major speedster villain. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I have to give him that. That was hilarious. But you know who else sucked as a character? Chester. Because they tried to make him
Eric Wallace's favorite character, you mean?
Yeah. Why Chunk? And then you don't. Chester P. Runk is a very big dude in the comics.
He's
you
DC's
can't realistically have that guy on TV and have them call him Chunk because of the climate in which we live. I get it. Yeah. But you tried to make him a carbon copy of Cisco and it didn't work. Randomly throwing in that he's a pacifist.
And having
I never built weapons to hurt people. Dog, you built a gigantic black hole.
And having that whole echo shtick whenever he talks, that got annoying really
I just thought about it. They could have cast me as Mr. Terrific. I ain't gonna lie. The other dude that played him, no offense, he was whack.
I don't think they got a bad actor for it.
I'd have went to Mark Guggenheim and be like, listen, bro. I'm not playing this character like this, bro. You better make him tough. He better feel like a black man. He felt like a black Felicity. That shit was terrible.
That's essentially what he was. He was a quirky, incompetent, lower grade hero who was a sidekick to Green Arrow. It's like, that's not Mr. Terrific at all. Now, I'm really hoping that he gets done right in this movie coming up. And
listen, he looked comic accurate, but they need to get my man to shape up and line up his fro, bro, because I feel disrespected. It looked bad.
I respect it. He's literally, he's Michael Holt. He's not a made up version.
Yeah. So Lance, who was the next one that you had written down?
The next one that I had
was it one of yours or one of mine?
No,
that's mine.
We already did Chester.
Right. Oh, Ryan Wilder is one of mine too.
Yeah,
Ryan,
we
the Red Death.
Which version? I only
Red
saw
Death. No, I'm about to explain Red Death. The fact that you can have her as Red Death and direct her so terribly, but then when she's Batwoman, she's great in the same scenes. That is mind blowing.
I don't even. So I didn't even like her as Batwoman in those episodes. In her own show, yeah, but
Yeah,
like
she was good at her
A
own. show.
white guy doesn't like the black lead. Racist.
regardless of the character she
Well,
was
he said
playing
she was
in,
good at her own show, so
I
I'll
did
give
say
him a
she was
pass
good in
for
her
that.
own show.
Yeah.
No, I
Is
think
this
she
your
was.
beef
She
show?
was.
I was just
Yeah,
I was
Shanice,
making
yeah.
a joke.
I think she was
And that's
cool. I
even
think she was
worse.
cool,
A black guy actually directed a black woman, and it was bad.
bro. It's the simple fact that why did you tell her? Not everybody is meant
Oh
to
my
be
gosh.
a villain. When Grant was playing Savitar outside the suit, I didn't like it either. Not everybody can play a bad guy.
You didn't like
Man,
Pizza
he had
Face?
weird pizza face, man.
He had weird pizza face and weird
looked like-
energy.
He looked like the cheese pizza that when the delivery people or you make a mistake and drop the box and it's like stick to the top. That's how his face looked. It looked bad.
And like they kept giving her lines like, "I am
So many Batman lines.
vengeance.
Like, I'm not even joking.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts."
That was a
Here-
line.
Why, bro?
No
That was a
way.
line. That
Bro,
was
the
a
No
line,
line.
the
They
line
did use that line. It
delivery,
was bad.
the line delivery was so
And-
bad, bro.
She even borrowed one of Kevin Conroy's lines, and I'm swear to God, she goes, "I am vengeance. I am the night. I am the Red Death." I'm not joking.
When Red Death was in the
I
suit,
will
all day.
We have to emphasize Ronan. She's actually a good actress. It was the directing.
She's a good
and-
actress.
yeah,
she was
she
just
Okay.
directed terribly.
She was directed.
I just-
terribly.
All this, it sounds like it makes Justice League Unlimited look like fucking Citizen Kane.
Wait, what's
Because
wrong with
It
This
makes
Justice
it
League?
sound like The Godfather. It's just
So
like, what?
I can just see Ronan now. He's like, man, this is why I never went back to these shows.
And it's heartbreaking because I love this world, but I kept hearing this so much as it was playing out, and I'm like, I don't know, like if I should commit to this at this point. Like again,
Right.
I go back to it, just like Unlimited. There's a fucking episode dedicated to Oliver Queen, Dina Lance, Huntress, and Question on a double date, essentially,
Yeah.
while trying to solve a mystery, if you will, or like a crime. It's just like,
Oh, hold
how the
on.
fuck is that more entertaining than what I've been hearing out of this? Just like,
I like that show. I
Yeah,
like
that show's
episode.
great.
I like that episode. I thought that episode was good.
Yeah.
mhm.
Because you actually get character moments there and not just,
Yeah.
bad attempts at character moments with superficial shit on top of it.
Yeah.
This is wild, man.
And,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
that's-
that-
Wow.
you pretty much knew that they weren't going to do the comic version of Red Death because, like, they're not going to mix, Bruce Wayne and the Flash and have him show up and they couldn't have done that. And the version of Bruce that they established in the Arrowverse technically never appeared. You only just saw his face, or when Tommy Elliott was wearing his face. That's all you
Yeah.
ever saw of him. And there would have been no, connection between Barry Allen and Bruce Wayne anyway. There wasn't a connection between Barry and Ryan either because we had never seen them meet
Exactly.
up until that point.
No,
And
we saw them meet
so
in an alternate timeline.
that doesn't count. That doesn't
No,
count.
I'm
'cause it
saying
never
so-
happened.
No, but my thing is, were they trying to tell us that this Ryan was from that timeline?
So they
Because
let
they
us
never
think that
explained it.
until the episode with Oliver, and then they retconned it into being that it was actually multiversal. Because by the way, it took them way too long to find out that the multiverse still exists.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not joking. They found out. So the whole Crisis reboot happened mid-season 6. They didn't find out that the multiverse still existed until season 9 when there were 4 episodes left in the show.
You don't say.
Was that was my whole problem with Ryan. Like Red Death could have been great. She wasn't a real speedster. She was
No.
smart enough to get that suit made, or did she say her version of Luke made it? I don't know.
I think it was her version of Luke.
I
I
don't.
didn't care
I
to
don't know.
remember.
But
been a while.
then you tell me that she killed every single hero on her earth. She was powerful enough to kill the Flash because her suit's not even real negative speed force. So how is it draining Barry? That didn't make sense.
Because
it
you
was
see
artificial speed.
because you see whenever he super speeds it off over, he does it without a problem.
Exactly. So it's like, and then- since we're on the subject, let's talk about how they just tried to make us feel like Pied Piper, the Hotness, and Goldface were good villains. Other badly written villains. Amunet Black.
Compared to her, they
Why
were.
did you give Katie Sackhoff a horrible British accent? Why did you tell her to do
Yeah.
that?
That was really bad. Hey, Lance, you know why they did it?
Diversity? I don't know.
Because Daddy likes the metal. That's why.
Oh yeah. Who else we got?
I put-
Godspeed.
Yep.
Godspeed. If you ask me personally, I like the Godspeed that we got in season 5.
He was the best of them.
Should have brought Kendall Charters back. He was a little beefy, but hey, that's body positivity. We got a chunky speedster. I'm cool with it. He killed a lot of people. He actually killed people.
Yeah. Whereas, they wanted to make you think that Red Death was like this, and I'm not joking. They wrote Red Death to have like the biggest body count in Central City since Zoom, and we see her kill one single person.
Yeah.
And it's like a no name.
Yeah, it was like that was bad, and then you bring back you introduce a terrible speedster after a lackluster version of another speedster that people have been waiting for years, because you decided to turn that into he's just sending out all these clone drone versions of himself, which still didn't make sense. Another bad writing choice that Todd Helbing started. I don't understand how he's making clones of himself, but when you take the mask off, they look nothing like him.
Despite the fact that he's making clones of himself, he was still the least threatening out of the speedsters.
Exactly. Remember when they had him just like yell out in his native language?
Yep. I remember that. And then you remember when Cecile just beats off like 10, 20 of them just by doing this thing?
The fact that he immediately goes after Cecile, and Cecile's like, let's go, August. And just has him in the air, and she flies away with him.
I can't imagine them filming that, looking it over, and saying, "Yeah, that looks good. We'll just go with that."
Yeah. Like it was cool. Like we waited all of that time to finally see the real August Hart. It blew me. They had the guy that played him in season 5. They had him doing interviews. He was doing interviews talking about, man, you got to wait and see if I'm coming back. You got to wait and see. Dog, you're not coming back. That's disrespectful to you. Why are you okay with this? And yes, the actor was better. Like, I enjoy him in the new show he's on. But
Karana Baroy?
Yes, but it's the fact that, like, I can't take you serious. You're skinnier than Barry was in season 1.
Yeah.
The suit didn't even fit you. The cowl was hanging up whenever he bent his head down.
And the suit was like the only thing they got right about the character.
Bro, and the simple fact is they only added him in there because people were so excited to see Godspeed. What people do not realize about Godspeed, he was never really a villain.
Nope.
He was an anti-hero who ended up still getting killed by Reverse Flash.
Yeah. And even like Godspeed's whole comic origin too, he started off as somebody who, like, he had gotten speed, he was an amnesiac, and he like kind of became a friend towards Barry, and then slowly he got his memory back. You could have done that as like a whole season long story.
And in the comics origin would be way better, because in the comic origin, he's a detective at the CCPD. Right. His brother ends up getting killed on the same night that Barry got powers. During the second lightning storm, he gets hit by lightning. So he goes around, he's pretending to be the Flash's partner, but at the same time, he's running around killing all the other speedsters, stealing their speed. He's that fast that he could split himself in two. Right. The fact that Barry didn't figure that out until much later on, like, he's just that fast. Like, you're literally, you're standing by Barry's side watching him get his butt whooped by yourself. Like, you're standing there and beating him up at the same time. Do you know how good of a story that could have been? Yeah. And the fact that they fumbled that, you could have introduced him as at least Joe's new partner.
Yeah.
After Patty, that could have been Joe's new partner after Patty, and just, have him just coming in. Then you do the lightning. Then after the fourth storm or whatever,
they had a lightning storm at the end of season 3.
Exactly. It's so much. It was just so much missed opportunities. Like you got the suit right. You got the right actor for it. You just fumbled it. Making him a villain of Impulse, another character that we're just getting introduced to, and we're supposed to pretend like we're like, oh my God, he killed Jay Garrick, whom we didn't know was even still a character at this point.
And you just gave Impulse's story of coming back to the present to try and save Barry. You just give that story to a made-up daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the Nora from season 5 was also another character that they tried to. She was like early 30s, but acted like she was 12. Horribly written. Horribly written. The fact that Eric Wallace got the character of Nora Wright and wrote her like she was an adult, cool. Were they trying to say that Bart had ADHD or something? I never understood it. Jordan Fisher did a wonderful job with the character, but his writing was inconsistent at times as well. Trying to force us to believe that he has this connection with a version of Jay Garrick. Again, we don't know these characters. So how are we supposed to, you just throw us into this big old speedster crossover. You don't try to invite Kenan Lonsdale back, and they're just talking about some Uncle Wally. We don't feel that connection, dog.
Just telling us doesn't do it. You
just like when they brought Wally back in season 9. You bring him back on the week that Jesse L. Martin isn't even on set.
Yeah, because Joe's absence was definitely felt in that regard that he wasn't there. But then you write it to that's another problem with Wally is that even though I liked him in that episode and he felt more three-dimensional than he did in season 6 when you last saw him, you kind of open up a whole new story for him when the show's about to end. So it's like, what was the point of that?
Sometimes I gotta go find Jesse. Oh, killing off Jesse and Harry was horrible writing decisions as well. I don't know why they let Eric Wallace do that. And then all of a sudden, the writing with Nash, where he's randomly pariah, and
anyway, they didn't do it. The Arrow writers did it.
He's the one that basically helped kill the multiverse or whatever. And now he has all the different Welleses living in his head. If 2 of them died, how did their particles get in his head?
So I didn't mind all the stuff with Nash leading up to Crisis because he was adapted into Pariah, which I thought was kind of cool. But then after it, they just got extremely redundant.
It was bad all around. Like I tried my best. Like rewatching it, it's just like the issues just stand out even more. And it's like Eric Wallace, I have faith. I was his biggest champion. I was the biggest champion for Eric Wallace when they announced he was taking over. I'm like, woo, yeah, a black man running a superhero show. I'm so excited. Then you get the fact that the show, your writing skills peaked with blood work. And the only reason why the special episode in season 9 worked is because you're the one that wrote blood work. But then you wrote him to come back with the same plan, just on a bigger scale, because for some reason he was smart enough to know that the multiverse was still there the entire time. Wow. And then all of a sudden, the Spectre's powers are like that powerful that he can like remove the cancer from his body and remove his powers as well. I didn't know.
But also,
I didn't know can the Spectre remove cancer?
He's a god.
So, well, here's the weird thing. They established that, because the multiverse is being attacked, even though there's other Earths out there, that his powers are being weakened because of it.
Yeah.
However, you saw how powerful the Spectre was in Crisis when there were no Earths left. So,
yeah. It's just
there's a million and one problems with the writing.
Then you hear the stories. Yeah, well, yeah. Like all of Team Flash. Cecile goes to the future and see. Oh yeah, Chester and Allegra are married and they're kissing in the cortex. And oh, that's nice. Why do we care about that? Why do we never see future Barry? We see future Iris. We never see Grant Gustin looking older.
That's the only person that they even attempted to make look older was Iris.
Exactly. And I feel like that's disrespectful. You put an even longer wig on Chester. That's nice. The man didn't age.
It's like I would rather have what they did on Arrow with the bad makeup on Roy and Dinah instead of nothing at all.
Bro, Roy and Dinah look old as dirt compared to Cecile. Cecile looks like she did back in the 90s.
And in that future, she's supposed to be like 75 years old.
Yeah. And still a superhero. Like you're still out. Rightfully, Jay Garrick's still a superhero too. But being a speedster slows that down a little bit.
And he's
Cecile,
also
I
like
can't buy it.
semi-retired. He only comes back whenever he needs to.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't. Oh, don't let. Can we talk about how terribly written the Royal Flush Gang was when they brought this iteration back for the 5th time, and this iteration is randomly metas instead of weird bank robbers like they had been since Arrow season 1. And
No.
the puns,
Do we have to?
puns, bro, the puns were terrible. Like I get it, you know, Queen, Jack, King of Heart, whatever. Do you have to like? Oh, oh! This is a
Hey, you know what, Lance?
I said, God,
at- At least they didn't say level up.
oh yeah. Let's talk.
Yeah,
Level
right.
up. Level up was the worst writing for like the whole end of that show. Oh yeah, they leveled up. I leveled up. Well, I guess you could say I
like
leveled up.
You
Oh, the
start
villains leveled up too.
Like
What?
you start the back half of that series, and then you might as well just take a shot every time they see level up and see how wasted you are.
Oh, let's we forgot one. The Forces.
Star Wars?
That's probably one of the worst arcs. That's probably the single worst Flash story that's ever been written in comics.
Yeah,
Forces West.
and
And
he thought
so
that he was gonna make it good.
I had no hope for it when it was brought to the show, and they somehow made it even worse.
Yeah.
So the people who haven't watched this, I'm gonna sound like I'm on crack right now with what I'm saying. They actually made the different forces personified into these, physical beings, and they referred to Barry and Iris as mom and dad, and Barry and Iris referred to the different forces as their kids.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
Yeah. And for the simple fact that they made it more complicated than it has to be, because in the comics, the different forces, they just hit people. And that was it. Like, that was your power set. Like, that was your power set. They didn't call you a god. They didn't call you a cosmic being. You had Fuerza, you had Psyche, and you had there was no still force in the comics. Like, that was just it. Like you were just, that was just your power set. It was a new, the still force was always a thing with the turtle or whatever, but there was no Dion in the comics. In the show, they decided to say, oh yeah, these are the avatars of said power set. Okay, so you're telling me that means they can give those powers to anybody else, and you're trying to say that Barry and Thawne are the avatars for the Speed Force and negative Speed Force, but you don't establish that Barry can give people powers until the end of the show.
Yeah.
And if that was the case, why didn't Thawne give anybody the powers? You have to rely on it turning into a crystal and shoehorn an Eddie back in.
Here, pull this up right quick, the image I just sent you. So
No.
for anybody who isn't sure, the visuals on some of these Speed Force beings were incredibly bad. And
incredibly bad is an understatement.
This is what one of them looked like.
What the hell?
In the year, what was this, 2021 when that came out? Yeah.
Yep.
So
In the year of our Lord.
These are 2021 visuals right here.
2008 Incredible Hulk.
Tell me you ran out of your budget without actually saying it.
That look like the girl that used to bully me in school.
Oh man, that's funny. But yeah, that's. Oh, okay, Lance. I see you got StreamYard working now because it wasn't showing pictures before.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they fixed it. I'm not using that side crap though. But yeah, like it was just it was that bad. And from the show that gave us some of the best animation when it comes to Grodd and King Shark and all of that,
or the Speed Force itself, like the Flash Time episode.
Yeah,
oh my God, that looks amazing.
And you give us that and say, yeah, oh yeah, don't that look good? No, that. And for the simple, she'd never looked like that in the comics.
Nope. And they had the same personification of his mother, who acted as the actual Speed Force. They had her playing a cartoony villain. And to answer Marlon's question, the lightsaber fight was at the end of season 7. That's when they brought in, that was when the Godspeed arc happened, and they introduced these, they introduced these Speed Force constructs to where, you have them fighting with lightsabers. You see Impulse throwing these lightning shurikens. Flash's daughter is using this purple whip like Wonder Woman. It's really bad.
And for the simple fact that the Force Quest in the comics culminated with the return of Hunter Zolomon and him gaining all the different Force powers. You dropped the ball again. You dropped the ball again.
They tried to do that with Thawne at the end of season 8, but it was just
Like
terribly
this
done.
was Barry in the comics with the Strength Force.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just make it? It's a way to make it look good.
I don't even know if you can make that look good, but
No, I mean you could have looked better than what it did. Like you didn't have to make her have ugly teeth. Whereas when she got all big and big and veiny, they even did it to the Trickster. Trickster got the Strength Force at one point in that storyline.
Yeah, they did. That's right.
It's just it was just bad. It's just bad on so many levels. And I remember Phil was talking about how he just like dropped out of the show. And as the show went on, I get why people were falling off. Like you started to lose your audience, and it's like Eric Wallace just didn't understand why. Because you kept doing the stuff that pissed people off. People were excited for the final season because the trailer made it look promising. But the first episode being a Groundhog Day episode,
when they had already had like 2 in the show,
you wrote Barry to Barry's writing was terrible at times.
Yeah,
you have him reveal
that whole deal with the book. Yeah,
the whole deal with him telling Iris when she's gonna get pregnant. What woman wants to hear that? Why would you spoil that surprise?
They just were not written to be like regular people at all.
Got me. I don't know.
Did we miss anybody on that characters list? I feel like we missed one.
Chillblaine.
Oh God.
Who they tried to bring that was Taj's favorite character though. But they tried to bring in Chillblaine because they couldn't bring back Snart anymore. So you brought in the worst character with the worst costume, whose comic book run I don't even remember.
He was the Magic Mike of the Arrowverse.
Like him.
Don't bring me into this for one. Number 2, fuck that character. I fucking hate that character. That nigga need to put on a goddamn shirt.
The simple fact that y'all had him out there doing parkour in that crop top jacket when Vancouver is below 0 for half the year is just crazy to me. And then you made him a season regular and made him a part of Team Flash after a team he insulted half the time because he just kept saying the wrong thing. The way he was acting towards Keone. Stop trying to make her Frost.
Yeah, because after Frost died, he couldn't utter a single sentence that wasn't about her.
I'm like, dog, like,
and all that culminated in probably the single worst scene of the series with that bar argument. You remember that, Lance?
Oh yeah.
Because it's those two characters having an argument just in a bar. Like the scene itself was already stupid. What made it worse is that they had a bunch of random extras in the bar reacting to their argument.
Oh my God.
They're just reacting to their argument, actually zooming in on the extras' reactions. It's like, wow.
Just
I
stop.
Didn't think
like, oh my goodness.
Worse.
Stop while you're ahead, Mark. Oh my goodness. Did you just really say that? Oh my goodness. Like,
and I feel bad because John Core is actually a good actor and they were just giving him really bad material.
Yeah. What season was the Force Saber fight? That was season 8? 7. That was the end of 7. And again, that was Eric Wallace trying to add something from the comics. Only problem is that only happened on a comic book cover.
Yeah, those Speed Force constructs are not a comic thing.
Yeah.
Feels like, yeah, I totally know what this is.
You want to see my lightning lasso? Her lightning lasso looked like she was a purple lantern.
I'll show you my lightning lasso.
Like it was bad. It was just bad all around. Yeah,
so,
like
Phil's lightning lasso is capable of a move called the Shocker.
Ew.
Yeah, you just stew on that one. Go sit in the corner for a couple minutes and think about that.
I don't have a corner.
Yeah, you do. I see it right behind you.
Oh yeah,
I made you look, fuckhead.
Hey, why do you have a giant gray pole in your room?
Huh?
Why do you have a pole in your room?
Why do you have a pole in your room?
Is this something you want to tell us?
In case anybody ever wants to practice moves.
I mean, Taj might. Look at Taj reading, just so adorable.
What are you reading?
You just call me adorable?
What are you reading?
What are you reading?
Well, Darren's not here, so I have to call somebody adorable.
No, that is his thing, and he gonna keep it. Don't be trying to give me his damn nicknames and shit.
Okay, fine. You're hot. Is that better?
What book is that?
I mean, I'm actually pretty good looking, but Astra in Space.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you know, your
thought it
boy
was-
started. I started getting into hella mangas and shit.
did you get JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I have not yet. It's on the way.
All right.
Yeah, he's been ordering a lot of comics.
They cheap.
They are.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well
I get them off of
if they're
Amazon.
cheap.
Like, I get a
Yeah.
whole bunch at a time, so I could just read a whole bunch back to back to back.
Yeah. And there's like a store that's like right around the corner from me that's got like a free comic book day every week. So I just pop in there every Wednesday and see what they're giving.
Do they know you by name in that comic book store?
One of them does.
My entire comic book store knows me by name.
That's fair. My
'Cause you're a nerd.
the one I used to go to did because I was really
They
good
think
friends
you
with the
gonna steal
owner,
something.
but ever since I moved. Wait, hold on, what?
Are you asking why he didn't pick Mina Dawan as a new speedster? Because the writers just wanted to do that. She had already had powers. That's just what
Yeah,
Eric Wallace
yeah,
wanted to do.
because she didn't lose her powers, did she?
Yeah, she had fake. She had the negative speed force machine.
Oh yeah, and you know, as rough as the last few seasons were, I was at least happy that they introduced an actual comic speedster and not like a weird amalgamation of characters like what they did with Red Death or even Cobalt Blue near the end. I was glad that we actually got a comic character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil still hated it though.
Of course I did.
Phil said, "Oh God, this is terrible."
Well, Snyder didn't make it, so Phil hated it.
Of course. Always. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But guys, we're about to wrap it up. I want to know let the people know what you have coming up this week. Me, just Daredevil, possibly a little Invincible, more drum videos on the way, and possibly a little more Henry Danger.
If you're trying to get Phil not to watch your stuff, you can just say that.
Taj, what do you have coming down the pipeline? Shameless plug this week.
What?
What do you have coming out
What?
this week?
What?
Listen, I was
share
on my
your
phone.
stuff.
I wasn't paying attention. I mean,
What do you have coming on the channel this
anything
week?
new?
Oh, no reactions this week?
I mean, yeah, but still, it's the same stuff I've been doing.
Well, plug it. People don't know that. My people don't watch your stuff.
They actually did.
Damn.
Damn.
Oh man!
Well, can you just
Wow.
participate? Jesus.
You forget that I have more subscribers than you.
Can you
So
just
a lot of your
participate?
subscribers come and see my stuff, so therefore,
Yeah, Taj
Think-
didn't buy his subscribers.
Taj, can you just participate?
let you buy subscribers.
No,
No,
he's
I'm not
talking about 3Dub.
Yeah, we know about that, but
Can you just participate?
yes,
Be a
Lance.
team player.
Okay. Jeez, I dropped a kicking it video yesterday. I dropped a Cobra Kai ranking today, and I got a few other reactions coming up that they've been asking me about, and they'll see when I,
When do you want to team up to react to All American?
not watching that fucking show. I stopped halfway through the previous season. I'm not going back. I quit. I am done. I waved the white flag and I quit. I'm done. It's over.
This is why my wife doesn't like you.
I'm on. Why? Because I'm being honest. Because I don't like the show no more. I'm gonna watch this
Yes.
new episode that's about to come out, or it just came out with Spencer in it, and I'm not watching again. I'm not watching this
Okay.
shit. The main
Moving
character
on.
of the show is gone. And granted, I have heard it. The new generation is good. I am gonna give it a shot and watch it. I'm just not in a rush and gonna waste my time watching it right now because I got more important shit to do. Now, maybe during the summertime when I ain't got much to do. Well, that's a lie. I got a lot during the summertime too, but we'll see when I get there.
Okay.
You think this gonna be the last season?
Yes.
Or you think it's getting canceled? I don't think it's getting canceled. I could be wrong.
I think they're just gonna write an ending and they're gonna be smart and not be idiots.
I don't know.
Well, it's the CW. I'm not
It's
hoping.
being received well though, like the new stuff. And these
Yeah.
are all new actors. They're mostly unknown.
Yeah,
you don't
Phil
got hate
loves
that-
All American because he loves black football.
What?
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 That's cute, Lance. That's cute.
So
That's real cute.
so Ronan, what's up? What do you have coming?
In about a little bit within the hour, you'll get something from Daredevil on my end, on my channel, at Ronan Unchained. On Thursday, it's Invincible Day, so do the reactions to the finale, and I'll probably do. Yep, there it is. Yep, I'll do a live stream, and I think Darren should be on that day. Lance, if you watch it by then or you have time, you're welcome to join.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Why didn't I get invited?
I don't get invites either.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, are you that desperate for a nap?
Oh,
I feel so
No.
unwanted.
and then
I'm just good at being funny.
yeah, next week should be interesting because I have a couple of live streams coming down the pipeline for future events.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Jake.
So tomorrow I have my next Arkham ranking coming out, and then I've got character costume rankings. My Jack and Daxter Let's Play that's going on right now. Retro reviews. No, that was. I got
That shit
new
scared
live.
the hell out of me. Lance, why you sucking your microphone?
Again,
This man giving this microphone top, bro. Like, what you doing?
And since this is actually right around the corner, starting on March 16th on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern is my new live stream series, Jake's Lost Levels, where I play through all of the data that I lost when I did my factory reset on my PS4. So you're going to see things like, Skyrim, some of the Arkham games, Kingdom Hearts, like the Lego
They
Marvel
need to make a new
stuff,
Kingdom Hearts.
Bloodborne, a bunch of different stuff that I've lost. So I'll be getting all that back.
Sweet.
Yep,
I love
7 p.m.
Kingdom Hearts,
Eastern
man.
on Sundays.
Okay. Not a 31-year-old virgin. What do you have coming?
Well, I came on Saturday, just FYI.
oh,
Damn it. Is that canon?
That's canon. I'm working on Pokemon Silver. I'm just biding my time. No relation to the last sitting president, but I'm just making my way through Pokemon Silver. I'm putting up replays. I'm getting pretty close here to recording another episode. I just have to. I'm just kind of trying to line up when I record next to hopefully get an evolution to happen. But that's besides the point. There's a couple movies coming out this weekend. I may or may not see them depending on my current situation regarding my automobile. We'll see what happens there. My Friday Phil show will be back on Friday, 4:00 Pacific time, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. So be on the lookout for that on my channel. That's about it, man.
Sweet.
Of course,
Oh.
Council Creators tomorrow. Boom.
Yep.
also don't forget, y'all. I might drop it soon, but they just dropped the Devil May Cry trailer while we were streaming, so
Yeah.
I'll be
Sweet.
putting out something like that. And you want to see me freak out? I did like 2 or 3 Last of Us videos in the past few days, so go watch that. It's fucking funny.
Sweet. And for those who are lovers of Darren as well, I'm pretty sure he'll be live with either after the credits or the pipeline sometime this week. But yeah, make sure you tune in for all these wonderful events and go watch Taj's new video. I watched it earlier and I was just sitting there like a proud papa, just watching his ranking, the way he describes the characters in such visceral detail just warms my heart.
I don't know how I feel about this compliment.
Yeah, it does something to me every time.
You about to get
Jesus
blocked.
Christ.
I get moist. Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely getting blocked.
But guys, we will catch you all next time. Daredevil tonight. Yeah. See you later. Oh, Cameron. Yes, Norwest is basically two different characters. And the XS is a separate character named Jenny Ognats, and Nora is an original character, kind of sort of. But yeah, I will catch you all next time. Ronan's showing us his cheeks for some reason. All right. Bye.